Success is the result of perfection, hard work, learning from failure, loyalty, and persistence. That is how you define success. Once you are persistent, once you are willing to learn from your failures, you become successful. Once you are hard working. Let me say good morning. Good morning to all Liberians across Liberia. This is where we converge to talk about the issues that matters to the country. We love our dear country so much. So we do all it takes. We put people's feet to the fire so that they do the right thing for the benefit of ourselves. Let me say good morning to the 15th political subdivision. Good morning to those of you following us via Facebook. To those of you who are sitting beside your radio this morning, waiting to get information before you leave your house, I would like to say good morning to you. Today marks June 7th edition of Good Morning Liberia. And it promises to be so much interesting. So many things to talk about. Someone would like to ask, what is it that we are putting our hands into? What is going on in our dear mama Liberia? But we want to thank God Almighty for life. Once we are alive, we'll continue to speak to the issues that matters to our country. And my name is Samira Wonlai. Of course, I'm here with Sekou V. Sharif this morning. Together, we are going to present our Good Morning Liberia. Someone will ask, what is it Sekou is in studio on today? Sekou can work on Friday. But when there are key issues that are to be addressed, definitely he comes to work on Friday. So let me say good morning to you, and all you can do is sit beside your radio and to be able to listen to some of the interesting things we have to tell you this morning. Good morning to you, Sekou.
Good morning to you, Samira, and let me say good morning to all of our listeners. And like you said, you know, it feels good to this is what we do. And so when the need be, it is always important that we come and do them. Yes, it's good to be here with you this morning. Today is Friday. Usually I'm not here on Friday, but we've got to be here this morning.
Certainly.
Yes, it's okay. We've got to be here this morning so that we can do the people's job. But we've got the issues to talk about. Samira, like you said, all of our sub branches across the country, we want to say good morning to every one of you. For those of you listening to us out of Liberia, we want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatsoever it may be at about this time you've joined us. We want to say hello to you and thank you for joining us. This morning promises to be very interesting. We will be, I don't know, can I give the lineup of what you're going to be doing?
Of course, yes, you can.
Okay,
You can
because
give the lineup.
I'm in the co-host seat today, and you the host, so I would do what you usually do. So at 9:30 this morning, we gonna play host to someone very important who has come in Liberia from the Republic of Sierra Leone, who's into lots of issues. She's an humanitarian. She has been involved into lots of issues. She's also a social media influencer. She has a foundation by the name of Picking Them Mama Foundation. Is in Creole, for those of you that understand Creole. And she's flying the flag of Sierra Leone. She is the just ended, Big Brother Salon. She won it, and her name is Hawa Domoya. She's going to join us here this morning. She has come to Liberia to extend her humanitarian work to Liberians because she feels that she has, supporters in Liberia. So she thought to come to Liberia. I'm told today she's going to be giving some bags of rice, cups of rice, and some other assorted items to Liberians.
Wow.
And then she will join us here this morning and to talk about that as well. Just to tell you a few things about her. In 3 months ago, she became the winner of the House of Stars in Sierra Leone. And then, according to the information, she won a house. I think that's very important. And also, she was awarded with a 2020 Toyota, HRC hybrid car. For those of you that know good vehicles. And also, she did a trip to Dubai, Turkey, and that of China. She's been out there doing a lot of humanitarian work. And she was once married to one of the soccer players in Sierra Leone by the name of Musa Tombo. So she's going to join us here this morning. And there are things that I really admired about her is that she will think about, coming to Liberia. Mind you, Liberia and Sierra Leone, we've got to share similarity. There are a lot of things we do together. So, and she will join us here this morning on the show to talk about her humanitarian things and why she thought to come this far. Some will say, I'm just in Sierra Leone, but she said that she feels that people in Liberia, she has some support base in Liberia, so she needed to come to Liberia and do it. So we want to say thank you to you, Howard Domoya, who's going to join us here this morning on the show. We're going to take her and talk about it, because you say usually you guys have an entertainment time by, so
by 9 o'clock.
Yeah, so 9 o'clock upward, we'll talk about entertainment issues here. And so she will join us on the program, Good Morning Liberia. Before that time, at 8:15, we're hoping to have a phone-in interview with the Secretary General of the Congress of Democratic Change. On yesterday, he had a press conference, and there's this news that is circulating, and we also saw it on social media, which proved such information to be truth, that the former president was denied of using the VIP lodge and that of the VIP lodge, meaning the old lodge and that of the new one. So he was being denied. But we also saw on social media that he was welcomed when he arrived in the Republic of Ghana. And so we will talk to him about it, and we'll speak about some other trending issues in the country. So we hope to have him at 8:15 this morning. But right after the recognition of all of our viewers, we're going to talk about the Ministry of Commerce. And now we're getting there. Fellow Liberians, for those of you that followed some of us, you know we've got the records of speaking the truth and standing by what we say. We will not vilify or even dignify, to say we will dignify the trash that came from the little kid at the Ministry of Commerce, Ami Muda. But what we would do is to expose how disorganized the ministry and he as the minister they are. We're not going to say it, but we will use their own document to straighten their own contradictions and how they've contradicted themselves. And so we will talk about the Ministry of Commerce. And there are things we're going to say this morning. It will shock you. We'll also talk about that of their trash, they say, and I like the way people are responding on their own posts.
Exactly.
It is not us. The way people are responding to them, you will listen and you'll hear what exactly they are saying. And before then, I'm told Joseph Boakai should be returning in our country with nothing.
Yeah.
He had gone to South Korea to use the taxpayers' money, and he returns with nothing.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you ask, the people don't want you to ask. But go ahead and acknowledge those of our people watching us. Then we go into the conversation. On yesterday evening, I posted, and I gave Ami Muda an hour to tell the Liberian people why he did called on yesterday. And there are things that I don't do. On no condition I will do. To record, all of my phones don't have recorders. And there's no way I will have a conversation. There are a lot of great people I have conversations with in and out of Liberia. So I don't recall. But I can tell you that Ami Muda called me on yesterday. There's one thing that I will do this morning, which it is not, I don't do it. It is not in any bad intent, but I will show you the number of missed calls that Ami gave me when he talked to me on the phone, and I told him what I needed to tell him. Ami kept calling me, begging. But I will show you the missed calls from Ami Muda. For those of you that are watching, you will see it. When we say something, we don't come here and can't talk because we want to talk. I will give you how many times Ami Muda called me on yesterday. He literally begged. Whatsoever that he said to me on the phone, I will say them to you, but I did not record him because I don't record people when we're having conversations. It is totally unprofessional to record people. I'm not into that business. But I can tell you that Ami Muda called me on yesterday. So we will go into it.
Certainly, we will do that. And we will continue to alert the public about Yusuf Bilite. He's still out there. and this little child, she needs justice. We will talk to all of the necessary people that we can talk to. We're going to make all of the requirements, or be able to reach out to all of those that we can reach out to, so that they be able to help this minor that was allegedly raped by Yusuf Bility. So let me talk about the catch giveaway before I start up with the acknowledgement. So on this morning broadcast, we are giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars. 20,000 Liberian dollars will be given out this morning. And also, we will be doing loser draws, right? Those of you that have been playing and haven't won anything, we will be giving out 2,005 to some of you, right? Like, you have been playing. We saw that as something to be able to encourage you, something so that you'll be able to have something in your wallet. So on this morning, you can dial *799 *20# for the 20,000 Liberian dollars. *799 *20#. That is the code you are to dial and be able to play the catch giveaway. You might be the winner of the 20,000 on the broadcast this morning. So let me go through with the acknowledgement, and once I get back, we go straight into our discussion. This is Ju J. One-Way. Ju J. One-Way, he's always been the first to comment. Yeah, I have been noticing. But he says, good morning, I'm following live from Johnsonville. Shokon Kanga says, good morning, I'm watching from GSA Road, Pinsville, Cola Tree City. Juja One-Way also says, good morning, guys, please share. Muyan Sharif writes, good morning, VOL. I'm following you from district number 9, Cinco this morning. Elijah Sipo writes, good morning, VOL family. I'm watching from New Georgia, Gandasville. Ahaji Fofana, he goes on by saying, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm following the show this morning from a new community, Disville Township, Bassa Town. Ambassador Delano Roosevelt Zoe Senior says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm following live from my District 15 resident, Bush Road, Ireland. Keep on the good broadcast. Liberian people believe in your information. Abdullah Kamara says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm watching from Coach Brackett, following from a residence in Cambodia. Maxwell Candyman says he's following the broadcast from Broadville last bus stop at his tailoring shop. Daras Namangba, yes, Namangba. He says, good morning.
You call some names then today.
Yeah, Namangba. You know, I'm trying to put in syllables and be able to structure it. So this is Daras Namangba. And he says, good morning, I'm following live from Zeze community. Iliq Mowa says, good morning, Voice of Liberia, following from Weaver Community District number 5, Montserrat County. Maxwell Yimpan says that he's watching. Bala M. Kwe says, good morning, Voice of Liberia, I'm watching from Kinjo. Fatou Sharif says, thanks for the good work. She also says, good morning. Masakwe Mohammed writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm following you from Banga City, Bon County. Thank you, God. Let God be with you. David S.K. Tukpa writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. I'm David S. Tukpa watching from Kakata City in telecom community beyond the radio station. Zimbu Tobe, he writes, good morning from Dubai as always. Tanzania government got $28.5 billion from Korea. And the MOU was signed by the two countries while JMB government benefited dinners and fighting for VIP lodge that he didn't build in 60 years. Esther Gizi writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia, and good morning to my Liberian people. I'm following live from a comfort zone. Thanks for always being true to us, the Liberian people, and being true with your information. Stay blessed. Darius Namakwa says, for sure, Samira. I got the name. Davis said, he says, good morning, Seku and Samira. I'm watching from the U.S. Papi Keita writes, good morning, Liberia CDC success. Keita from Duport Road. David Gavler goes on by saying, good morning, VOL, and good morning to the brilliant people of Lofa County. VOL, please allow me to use this great platform to say good morning to my mother, Mama Widow of Banga City, Bon County, precisely Lofa Road beyond the prison compound. I'm pretty seated and listening from Manjua Market Water. No doubt, Mr. Joe Boaga is a complete crook, a recognized BM in Yeke Koluba voice. Yeke will say that. David Yenkan says, good morning, Voice of Liberia, and good morning from Grand Bassa County, Compound 3. Thank you so much for the show. This is Aloysius Lake. He writes, good morning, Seku and Samira. I'm watching live from Airfield, Lakbasi. Thank you guys for the update. Alice K. Stopperfield. She goes on by saying, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Banka, Bon County. Thank you so much, CEO, for the sacrifices you make for our country. Let God Almighty continue to bless you and Samira. Amen. Lionel Lamy. He writes, good morning, Voice of Liberia. My name is Lionel C. Lamy. I'm watching you live from Ateton City, District number 17. Thank you, people, for the hard work. Kutape says, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Banka City, Bon County. Many thanks to you, CEO, for the show. And Philip Fokpat Tambas writes, good morning. I'm watching from Catwell T Junction. Stanley Sharif says he's watching from Broadville. Joe Gofa says he's watching from Jacobstown at the tallest upstairs building. Jimmy Wilson writes, good morning, Theo, and good morning to the peace and loving people of Zensu Town, Lower Bon County. I'm following from ELWA Junction this morning. Too many comments coming at Dover's Chelsea Corner. He says, good morning. I'm watching from Broadville, Parker Corner. You keep up the good work for the Liberian people. Josiah Andrew Marsh, he writes, good morning, VOL. I'm watching from Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Alice K. Stubberfield, she goes on and says, good morning. And too many, let me see as to if I can get some from down.
I don't think we'll read all of the comments.
There are many, so good, yeah. Like, it keeps going and going. But there are too many. We want to say thank you to our own
Yeah, we want to say
followers.
thank you to all of you,
Yes.
joining us from across the world. We do appreciate. We are on various platforms. You can get us on YouTube. And just go on YouTube and tap Voice of Liberia. You'll get us there. You can also go on Radio Garden. If you get on Radio Garden, go to Google and then you, you just tap in Liberia. And then you tap Voice of Liberia. We are also live on that platform. You can go to our live television feed. You can also get us. We're also live on www.voiceofliberia.com. We want to say thank you across Liberia. We're bimbing in all of the towns and villages in the country. We want to say thank you for always joining us. Let's move on to our issue. Joseph Boakai should return to the country anytime. The whole disgraceful part about it is he's coming with nothing. He went along with other people. They went with nothing. The only thing we know of, they took along with the taxpayers' money, and they are coming back with nothing in the country. Like I continue to say, I do not hate Joe Boakai as president of the country. But what I think and I continue to understand about Joe Boakai is he lacks what it takes to be president of our country. Because I will continue to use this word, he continues to desecrate the sacredness of the presidency by doing the unusual things, not in the positive direction, but in the negative direction. What it says to you, that a president of a country leaves the country to go for another program in another country. He went there without a mindset of what he wants to present. He needs to be told that he needs to come back and do the needful and sends it back. It is a clear insult to our country. But this is what Liberians went for.
Yes.
We're going to be into this for the next 5 years because we're in the first year, so you can say 6 years again.
Yeah, you can say 5
So
years.
for the next 5 years, few months.
5 years, 6 months.
Yeah, so we're going to be into that. Let us move on to this issue about the Commerce Ministry. Fellow Liberians, if we will not be the number one, but we are among few of the investigative journalists in Liberia that have raised issues and it has yielded results. We've not started yet on the thing about the Commerce Ministry. We've not started. We've not started. We will bring out sensitive informations about the ministry and the Minister of Commerce. Yesterday, we had a conversation about the Minister of Commerce having a meeting with rice importers in some part of February that he was requesting and demanding that the rice importers gave him 25 cents on each of the bags of rice that are to be sold in Liberia. And he came up and said, they came over release. And in the release, they had to say a lot of things and they contradicted themselves. But let me go to the release itself. We're not going to dignify the release, but what we're going to do for them is to teach them, to also correct them, to also make them to understand that communication is something that you need to understand. First of all, fellow Liberians, I'm just sorry for those of you that are now watching the television. But let me say this. You see here, it is the release from the Ministry of Commerce.
A long one.
A very long and disjointed. No understanding in this release. How can you do an official communication without anyone signing?
Yeah.
So who authorized this press release? Number one. Who authorized this press release? Or are they afraid to mention their name? They think that will go after them? Because that's what it says. Let me go on the page. Let me show you other, releases or other. I'm talking about release. I'm not talking about write-outs or whatsoever they did. I'm talking about releases that they've done. Let me show you another releases that they've done here on their own page. You see, here is a press release. It said Commerce Ministry launches uniform for inspectors. You see at the end of it, it tells you who signs it. It tells you who signs it, right? So, like we said, we will be speaking with the Secretary General at 8:15 this morning on the show via the phone. The Secretary General of CDC will join us at 8:15 via the phone.
Okay.
We're going to talk about lots of issues. He had a press conference on yesterday.
Yes.
So, I'm just trying to let you know, right? So, they did, yes. So, what happens in this case? It is official. It is been signed. It is been authorized by either the authority within the institution. But unless someone went and wrote something that they themselves could not understand, and just post it on the page of the ministry. So I'm asking Ami Muda, is this how you run, or is this how your communication people run the place? That you do official documents without it being authorized or signed by anyone? Let me help them again. I'm helping the Ministry of Commerce. No, I know Jacob Pale is the communication man, but on this thing he did not. So let me read you comments under their own posts. It is not my page. It is the Ministry of Commerce page. They says, when you communicate and what you've been able to communicate, it doesn't resonate with the people, then it means that your communication is as useless as the person that has been able to send out the communication. Meaning, the intent of your communication did not meet a goal. So the reason why we communicate to the Liberian people is for them to be educated about the activities and happenings in the country. But if we are communicating to Liberians and they are not accepting and they are not listening to what we are doing, then it means that every morning that we've come here, it is not making impact.
Of course.
So in short, Ami Moda, you and the Ministry of Commerce, and whosoever, your release you did, it has not yield results. Let me tell you what the people that are viewing your release, what they are saying to you. I will do that first, then before we go to the real issues. Let me say what they are saying to you. There's a guy that commented under the Ministry of Commerce release that they made about me. His name is P. Moses Kobo. He says, bunch of unserious people in government. You go explain tire, no evidence, we inside. It is the release that the people are commenting under. Then JJ Bayu commented and says, the plenty writing making me daisy. Then Tracy Vincent, she wrote, she said, now who is explaining tire, no evidence, you paste or seditions? Then another person said, once Power said, Tracy Vincent, it is you who is writing, no evidence. Then Junior Akwe commented and said, he responded to Tracy Vincent and said, I tell you, Emmanuel Olind Cooper said, this is very wrong route.
Yes.
Like seriously, you call a journalist a mercenary?
Exactly.
This is a threat to the life of the journalist, and we detest this immensely. This is what the people are commenting under the post of the Minister of Commerce, the press release of the Ministry of Commerce. Another person commented and said, as Bono West Senior says, too many assumptions lingering.
Yeah.
This is not the ministry official Facebook page.
Imagine.
The minister did not approve this. The author and all those who glanced before publication put emotion above governance. The Liberian people will speak for us. We will not speak for ourselves. You did a post. This is what they are saying to you under your post. Let me read as Bono where senior comments he did. Too much assumptions lingering. This is not the ministry official Facebook page. The minister did not approve this. The author and all those who glanced before publication, put emotion over governance. Amen, for God's sake. I said things, we were specific about things that we said. We were specific. You could not address and provide the facts, but you put your emotion. Because you put your emotion, we will tell you some deep things this morning on the show. You will continue to have press releases while we'll continue to expose you with facts. Then Thomas Grippler writes and said, oh, the plenty team, 25 kg, 5% broken Indian parboiled rice is nowhere in Liberia, is sold for 16.75 cents. The people are our witnesses. This is another blast statement coming from the Ministry of Commerce. See how the people dealing with it, man. Yeah. Then you get Ju J. Ju J commented and said, "You will cry tire. We believed Seku. You will cry tire. We believe Seku." Then you get Justin B. Jimmy. He wrote, he said, "I really like this rebuttal, man. Seku, you got a meal." Then you got Sumolu K. David Jr. He commented to as well. He says, "This kind of PRO is childish."
Exactly. Look at.
Go straight to the point and provide the clarity instead of using all sorts of wayward jargons. How will such jargons help? I said to go ahead. Our business can just be big. They can just want to do anything they want to do. Anything is just simple. Do the right thing. Once you don't do the right thing, we will talk. And it will hurt you and will expose you. And if it hurts you, take us to court. When we go to court, we will beat you in court. We've done it before, we can do it again, and we will do it. So, you got David K. Kaiser, Moda. You stop making fun with our rest business. Then you get Daniel Mulbord. Say, okay, he wrote, he said, "Thanks for the clarification." Then you get Aliu Yen Gomba, said, "Great." Then you got another person, Kona Dako, says, "Following." Then Ezekiel White Jr. writes and says, "Is this how you defend your boss?" So I thought to read the comments so you can know how Liberians feel about this man. If I just take it upon myself today and tell Liberians to come out, that we should besiege and not allow Ami Moda to serve as the Minister of Commerce, no matter what the puppet of a president think, you will see the number of people that are coming out. You think people want Ami Moda to be Minister of Commerce? No. Now, so in a press release, they did not give any justification about what I mentioned. I said, and I'm going to say it. In a release, they admitted that Ami Moda had a meeting with rest importers in February. But yesterday we said in February.
Yeah.
They admitted. Let me go to that release and go to that part. They admitted.
Yeah.
A portion of it, Moda efforts to negotiation with the rest importers that they rather reduce the price of rice to 16.75 cents in February. Fellow Liberians, for those of you watching, here is it. What did we say yesterday?
They validated it.
We said Ami Moda met with rice importers. Where did he meet the rice importers? I'm going to tell you today. At his Bella Casa Hotel office.
Yes, Uriah on Tashku.
In fact, no, wait. Let's take our time. Because I want to say some other things, but let's take our time. So I said Ami Moda in February had a meeting with rice importers and requested them to give him $25. So maybe I didn't make this clear to you. Do you know, you see, they will indict themselves. When the rice importers refused to accept to give the 25 cents to Army Moda on each of the bags of rice that they will bring in the country, Army thought to strangulate the rice importers by telling them to say he will reduce the rice price to $16.75 so as a means to scare them to live and play up to what he wants. How many of you in Liberia buying rice for $16.75? Does that make sense? Where are you buying rice? I want you people to call this morning and tell me that you buy rice for $16.75. You see how this boy is a joker? I want you people to call this morning and tell me where in this country you are buying rice for $16.75. Where in Liberia? And it's so good they validated what we said. They mentioned it in their press release. The same thing I said. That because the rice importers refused to give in the 25 cents on each of the bags of rice, he thought to reduce it or threaten them or reducing it so as a means to put fear in them so that they can play to his request. He also validated that. They had a meeting in February. They validated that in the press release. They also validated the issue I said about $16.75 that he said he will reduce it because as to strangulate the people to put fear in them.
So what else now? What is it that they are defending? And there is nothing there to be defended, right? You know, as
then let me tell you something. Those of you that are working at the Ministry of Commerce, you should remind me.
Okay.
Army Moda called me yesterday many times. I will show you the missed calls from Army Moda. Yes, it's true. I insult Army Moda. And the things he said to me, they didn't make sense. I will never, ever compromise the interest of the Liberian people. Army Moda made an offer to me. I challenged him. I don't recall people. I've passed that stage to have a conversation with people and record. But I will show you the number of missed calls when Army told me that he wanted to make an offer to me on the phone. And I rejected. He kept calling me, kept calling me, kept calling me. I could not answer him. Because I can never, ever go down against the Liberian people. This is about the interests of the people. Let me tell you some of the things that Army is doing at the Ministry of Commerce. Army Moda, when he goes to the office, when there's no current in the building, he sits on his floor and he goes back to his Bela Casa office, there where he runs the Ministry of Commerce from.
Yeah.
He has a Lebanese friend. He does all the collections or whatsoever of Army Moda. I will call his name on the radio. I'm ready now to go into the issues. Army Moda, when you listen to Army that he said he gave a RPD to 2 Liberians, one of the persons that he gave the RPD to is his wife's former boyfriend by the name of Sion. He has his shop when you go into the LEC gate around West Point, Waterside area. It is the guy that Army is saying that he gave. How do you go give RPD to your wife's former boyfriend and you be taking it and say, Jose Labire? The woman he has now, former boyfriend, is the guy that he gave. His last name is Sion. Is one of the guys that he gave the RPD to. The same day that Ami Muda went to the Capitol building, when the lawmakers were asking him, that very day the brokers were at his office protesting. Do you know what Ami Muda, you know what he does? When people bring in their goods at Freeport, because Freeport, the more your container remains in there, the storage increase. So it is always advisable when your container berth at the port, you get it out so quick. But Army don't do it. When the business people request RPD when they get their things in there, if you don't get Army Muda money, he won't sign it. So the brokers went there the other day and they were protesting. They said if he doesn't sign the RPDs, they will not leave the place. Oh, yes. Yes. This is what Ami Muda is doing. And let me tell you another thing again. The Ministry of Commerce is almost like the Ministry of Labor that have got inspectorate departments. So the Ministry of Commerce has an inspector. Here are a few of the functions of an inspector at the Ministry of Commerce. The inspector is responsible on a quarterly basis to go out and inspect as to whether business people are in total compliance or whether people are not bringing in expired goods or whether people are not selling expired goods, because the Ministry of Commerce is to regulate. Do you know the reason why this time you have more expired goods in the Liberian market? Since the minister took over, he has instructed the inspectorate department or all of the inspectors not to go and inspect businesses in the country. You know how he calls the business people? He said the business people are his clients.
Yeah.
So the people need to respect the business people. It is not the work of the Ministry of Commerce to find the people when they do wrong. You just advise them. So when inspectors go in the field, the people call the minister directly. Then the minister speaks to the inspectors on the field and tell them, who sent you there?
Yeah, as what he did in Kakata the other day.
Thank
he
you.
himself, he went there in person to collect money for one of the stores in Kakata. That is what he's doing.
Fellow Liberians, this is what we have. This is the man that should be the Minister of Commerce.
Yeah.
This is the man that should be the Minister of Commerce in our country. And you go to the Ministry of Commerce now, there are people that have confided in me. There are people that have confided in me about the things the man doing. As of next week, I'll be reading the man debt document. How many banks the man owe? How the man has refused to pay. He doesn't pay debt. Yes, he doesn't pay debt.
Yeah.
So I'm yet to see, and I'm going to show you the number. When I say something, I don't lie though. I come in to show you the missed calls, the number of times that Ami Muda called me.
You're actually asking for his number yesterday.
Yes. So let me show you the number of times Ami called me.
So since you wanted to call his number to
Yeah.
the Liberian people, and
So-
you never had it, he called you.
For those of you watching, when we were on the show, Ami was calling me back to back because the information I released, it was too damaging, and it is the truth. And I have more. And you can tell him no more now. We announce the order no more money. That time for you to get no more. For those of you watching, fellow Liberians, how many missed calls do you see here? Those of you that are watching, you see, the man gave me 2 missed calls. 2 missed calls. Ami Moda. When I answered him, and I wanted to hear what exactly he wanted to say to me, when I answered him, he started to tell me all kinds of rubbish on the phone. How, you know, you're not supposed to do that. All kinds of things on the phone. Yeah, you see the missed call? How he made offer to me and all. And I rejected it. So I was fed up with what he was telling me, and I never wanted to hear that thing anymore. I cut off the phone. And I answered his phone, and it was on loudspeaker in front of one of my staffs, which is Sam Andrews. Sam, listen. In fact, the man said, this is Sekou. I said, yes. Sekou, are you the one that posted about me and everything? I said, who's this? He said, this is Ami Moda. I said, what's the issue? Because I was totally angry. I said, what's the issue? He said, oh, my man, you say all the kinds of things. I receive a call. You're a young man. There's a need we talk. And whatsoever, you need to disengage. You know, we all need to work together. Yeah. And, you know, start to make all kinds of crazy things for me. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to work with you. I can never work with you because you are a criminal. You are a criminal. Then you go and say in your press release that I want to stop money from you, but you on the phone begging me. How do you people can? The same thing happened with this kid they call Jusu Ability.
Yeah.
Jusu begged people to beg me for his alleged rape case. Mm-hmm. He called me. I have the records. Like I said, I don't record people, but I have the records of our conversation. He begged me, literally begged me. Then he went and told people, say, I told him I wanted. Yeah. He went and told another person I wanted 1,500. I charged him 30,000. Listen, sometimes this is not about bragging, but Yusuf, get to know me. Get to know me. 1,500, 10,000, 20,000. These are things that you need to know me. You know, sometimes your things say the radio thing we're doing, we just like the ordinary radio people. You can just whatsoever, right? We don't need to come and be showing whatsoever, but you need to know, right? So that is it. Back to the issue about the Minister of Commerce. So you go and tell your people about the release. So okay, go and do another release today and tell the people, why did you call me? And the reason why I didn't post it on social media, because some people talk to me. And yes, I listened to them.
And I saw the post you made.
Yes, and I said to them, and I'm saying this, I do not recall people. We're having a conversation. I can never recall people. I don't even have recorders on my phone. I will never ever recall people because it is not a decent way to do.
It's not professional.
It is not professional. Why would I recall you? So I didn't recall Ami Moda yesterday. But what I did, I needed to screenshot the missed calls he gave me. I said, Ami, amen. I fell for him on the phone. He sounded so, he wanted to, like you want to convince someone to do, but man, why you be talking about me like that? We need to work together and everything.
And I heard that that's how he is, right? Whenever you hear things like that, know that you have information on him, he will go in, and do what you can do. But the thing about it, it's not about giving the money to the person taking the money. It also drops your value, right? As an individual, imagine Sekou came on the radio and said these things. At the end of the day, you take money, it drops your value. And secondly, it's not for army that you're going to take money from it.
Yeah. So then they go on their social media, they say, oh, Sekou.
That was personally to you.
Yeah, so
just not over.
Yeah, so I say it to you the morning now. Let Ami Moda, I challenge him to speak to the Liberian people and tell them what did he say to me yesterday when he called. And why he kept calling me yesterday. Why? Why he kept calling me yesterday? Why he kept calling me yesterday? And then they come up and say, Some of y'all, you don't even know some of y'all. You think I need to be friend with a criminal like Ami that indebted to almost all the banks in Liberia? Y'all see the man missed calls? I will show it to you plenty times. Yeah, you see. Y'all take the number incoming on at 0776 96 99 99 0776 96 99 99. That the only number incoming on. And you see,
At the end of the day, you see,
there you go, say,
Minister making posts on
yeah, say,
page without
anytime.
signature.
Let me tell you something.
Nobody signed it.
Y'all will make some of us now. This is how we'll continue to treat y'all, because y'all want to make the public to understand that you people are decent when you guys are not decent. You called me, literally, you begged me. You said, please don't do this. I beg you. Let's work together. You made offers. I rejected it. You kept calling me back to back. Then you come with release and make it to look like somebody wants something from you. All of the Lebanese that you're working with to extort money from other business people, I will call all their names on the radio on Monday.
Businessman,
all the Lebanese. And in fact, let me say this to the government. In as much, Joe Baka, I don't support you, but I want you to succeed. If you don't succeed, this country remains where it is.
And that's the fact.
And it is a slap in my face because I have my children here. Mm-hmm. This country, my children cannot be deported from this country, no matter what. But this is it. Joe Baka, if you don't take Ami Modar from that place, Ami Modar will destroy. You will have more expired goods in the Liberian market.
As it is now.
Can you imagine? Since the men took over, you can never see any inspectors out there.
Yeah.
Labor Ministry are doing their own. Mm-hmm. LIS are doing their own. But Commerce cannot do it because this man is a Lebanese that he's indebted to almost all the big business people in our country. How do you go there to go question them that they're not doing the right thing? How do you do that?
That's the reason why he's not sending inspectors in the street.
No, I said the mayor had told all of the inspectors not to go in the field. And in fact, he has termed the business people as his client.
Yeah.
He said that a client.
Yeah.
So if you go there, if you want a job, you go on the field, you go talk to these people. So how can you be the minister and you carry yourself so low? There's a Lebanese guy that he uses to go and collect his money. I will call that Lebanese guy name. Listen, I'm getting deep into this thing because it has reached the point that I need to do. I will give you information about his life. I will give you information about his activities. And I will give you information about people you're having conversation with. I will give you information about everything you need to know. Let's put it into bed. Ami Modar, let's go into it. And let me tell you, fellow Liberians, no matter what it is, the rice price will need to go up. Let me tell you this. If the rice price doesn't go up, there will be no rice in the Liberian market. In one of the releases of the Ministry of Commerce, they themselves admitted about the surcharge that has been placed on rice in India. But instead of Ami Modar thinking about that, Ami is thinking about how he gets 25 cents from rice importers. Mm-hmm. If the rice importers think that they are making business without getting profit, they stop bringing the rice. There's no law that is binding on the rice importers to bring rice in the country. That's been careless on the part of Ami Modar. Yes. If the rice importers think that they are bringing rice and they are not making profit, there is no law that binding on them to say they should what. The reason
who want to do business and they can't get profit.
Very good. This is the reason why we say when you bring an incompetent president and you place him in the presidency, he brings nothing to the presidency. This is it. The past governments, they subsidize the rice importers so as to, level the burden on the purchase of rice. But this government, they say they don't want to do it, but the only thing Ami Moda is doing is they're telling the rice importers to gain 25 cents on each of the bags of rice. So tell the people why you called me for yesterday. You must tell the Liberian people today. You must also do release.
Because he did release yesterday.
Yeah, you should do release today. Why you called me yesterday? What did you say to me yesterday? Sometimes it is not part of us. We'll never do it. But sometimes it's good to recall people like this. And listen how Ami sounded yesterday. He literally begged me to go in heaven. When I rejected, he kept calling me back to back. Let's take calls, Samira. So
yes,
just to let you know, and you see, they did a release. The very people that are supposed to be the consumer of the release, they are telling you that all of the release not even makes sense. And in fact, the release is unofficial. It is not signed. It is not being sanctioned by anyone. How do you can you say you did release or whatsoever and all of that?
Yes, that is the thing. We are about to go to the phone lines. But Segu, let me talk about this cash giveaway.
And let me say this to my own good friend and brother. I respect you. We are very good friends. But I will need to lash at you this morning. I'm told that Charles Yes is the media consultant for Ami Moda.
What Charles Yes?
No way. Charles Yes is a very good friend of mine. We worked together partly before, and we've come a long way. I respect him, and he respects me a lot. He has been talking to me for Ami Moda. He was the same person because I wanted to call any. Charles, you yourself, from yesterday, even before yesterday, you've been calling me, begging me for Ami Moda. When you people went and had a meeting at the hotel, when they gave you money, Charles, you don't make some author in the time. Charles is the media consultant for Ami Moda. He won't be on my phone every day, be talking. My man, you need to slow down, man. My man, you need to do this. Charles, I'm not working for you, neither Ami Moda. You are my friend, and I respect you. We've had lots of things in common, but you don't tell me what to do. If it is you, the media consultant, or whosoever to Ami Moda, then all of you are all criminals because Ami is a criminal. More than 5 different times Charles has called me. Oh, and there's a need. I let go Ami Moda. The tension is too much. The way things are happening, the way I continue to speak about it, other media people. Oh, okay. Why the other people not speaking? I alone speaking affecting.
It's because of the coverage.
Why is it affecting? Ain't call the other people. Why is it affecting? The next time I come here Monday, you don't know what I will say about Ami. Ain't Ami go take the RPD for rest that he bragging and why he give it to his former boyfriend? They call Sion. Look at it. I mean that jungle, your wife that you have now, former boyfriend. You gave RPD to him. Then you say you gave RPD to Liberian people. Let's take calls, my sister.
Okay, before we go to the lines, continue playing the cash giveaway. We are giving out 20,000 Liberian dollars on the broadcast this morning. All you have to do is dial *799 *20 hash. *799 *20 hash. You are playing with your mobile money phone. You are not playing with orange money. You are using your mobile money phone. When you put it in, you're going to put in 300 LD or you put in $2. Okay.
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 They're giving you for the jackpot, right?
Yeah.
Today is the jackpot. Yeah. Hey,
yes.
Just read it, please. Yeah, so okay, so just come here so you can see it. Please, we beg you because you won't be on camera, but it'll be important. You say it. Yeah, today is the jackpot, right? Go ahead.
Okay, so for the jackpot for Forza Liberia, Friday is 20,000, which is star 799 star 20 hash, and
You want to take your time, please, so that because people listening here, star.
star 799 star 20 hash.
Okay, star 799
star
20
hash.
hatch. Okay.
To play the jackpot for Friday, you gotta star 799 star 20 hash, and all you need to do is have 200 LD in your phone of $1.50
Okay.
for you to play the jackpot for Friday.
Okay,
So
so it's
the
200
jackpot-
LD, not 300
LD.
of one.
$1.50.
Okay, all right, it's understood. So Liberians, you heard it, 200 LD or $1.50 and be able to win 20,000. We have 3 losers already. Those of you who have been playing, we found it as a means to be able to, cheer some of our losers up and encourage you to continue playing. So we have 3 losers. We will give out 2,500. But that will be done after we speak with the former mayor, Jefferson Koji, at 8:15. Now let's take calls on 0770-907-907, 0770-907-907, 0779-003-835. That is for the people in Bone County, in Kakata, in Nimba County, Voice of Liberia branches, or across the counties. You call us on 0779-003-835. Those of you in Monrovia, the number is 0770-907-907. Let's talk to our first caller. Good morning.
Good morning to the peace-loving people of Lofa County, Electoral District number 5. My name is Credit Card OTC Timot for Electoral District number 12, the Bishop David Maupin community. Let me say thank you so much for this question this morning, Big Brother Sekou. I want to question that we were all in the bushes around supporting Ambassador Joseph Mabuakai, but when things go wrong, we are going to save the Liberian people.
Things now go wrong?
I said when things goes wrong, we will
Okay.
save the Liberian people.
All right.
You getting me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. When things go wrong, we will save the Liberian people. We never voted this government for them to make us shame. No. Absolutely no. I was on the radio, the common radio station yesterday in Lofa County. They condemned me yesterday because I was all in my hometown encouraging the people to support Ambassador Joseph Mabuakai. So when I go in casual with some issues not to go through the effort direction to support the government to do the thing that Liberian people need, we will put them on a feet and fire. I'm not against the current minister. I was one person when they made that appointment on radio. I went in my hometown, in my district. I said the appointment that the president made, it was not good. It was not good. So we are speaking to the president of the Republic of Liberia. Let him take more the current minister from that may not deserve that job.
Okay, thank you. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
My name is Son of Samira, calling you from district number 10, Congo Town.
Okay, go ahead.
Sister Samira, this is not a surprise of President Kosovo going and coming back with nothing to this country. Because they have come to the point now, Liberians, they themselves can't understand anymore the situation right now. Ami Moda is one of the failure of this particular government, who don't even know his responsibility, who is only around holding bribery from business people and also being a business partner. Because of that, he's a failure to this country and mean nothing to this country. Thank you very much this morning.
Okay, thank you. Let's take calls from one of the counties. Okay, that person left the line at 8:15. We will phone in the former mayor and the current Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, that is the former mayor Jefferson Koji. Yesterday he had a press conference, so we will phone him in so that we'll be able to talk what in politics as it relates to CDC, as it relates to our country, Mama Liberia. Let me take this one from Banka Bon County, and this should be John D. Yakpawolo. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, Samira, my name is John D. Yakpawolo. I called from Bangla City, Bon County this morning. And I want to say good morning to our powerful CEO and good morning to the people of Liberia. Thank God I'm back. Samira, this issue about Ami Muda, I think you have flagged it all over and over again, and there is no solution. I think this government is incompetent, as our CEO always say, because you can have a person who want to impose hardship, which is already imposing hardship, and you imposing hardship on the people of Liberia. Then you keep that kind of person into power and continue to create harm for us. I think when this government, in the civil government, Ami Muda should be serving now as minister of that commerce ministry. Ami Muda is going ahead doing all kinds of things in that ministry. I think you need to be sacked. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira. Let me say good morning to the CEO. This is David King. I joined you from Broad Street this morning. You see, Samira, we are disappointed. We are disappointed even in the country here. Rice price, it kind of flip-flopping every day. It kind of flip-flopping every day. And we do not know as to whether Obenboga is in charge of the country. Because there are a lot of things that happen in the country. It's like we do not even have a leader. Why Joe Baka will be leading our country in such a miserable way? Why Joe Baka will show his incompetent to lead when he made all the loud noise around this country? Today, we give him the matter of authority. Our country is going down in the dream. Our country is retrogressing while other countries are progressing. You saw Joe Baka at his Korean, Africa Summit. He went there unprepared. How can you go to such an important
the same battle to do
you don't have
everything.
Proposal.
Yeah.
You don't have proposal. You don't get far with you.
Yeah, same
you want to
bad.
throw your briefcases of you.
Yeah.
Why would you go to that kind of position and you go and sit there with nothing to present to the people?
Tanzania carry 28 billions.
Yeah, why all the people get bill? I understand Ethiopia signed how they call it, $1 billion agreement.
Yeah.
Why Sierra Leone carrying hundreds of millions to the country?
All other African countries.
Our own president, who is a president example, he went there with nothing.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Morning, you're live.
And let me say good morning to Segu. My name is Daniel Ofer Johnson. I'm the national chairman for the South Mandela Liberian movement. And by virtue of the fact, you people have been inducted into the South Mandela Liberian Segu. And because of your stance on issues that are confronting Liberians daily. And how will you get a result when our president took a businessman, a Lebanese, and making a former minister? What result do you expect from Ami Muda? Ami Muda is a Lebanese, and you know that there are more Lebanese making business here. So our business climate will be compromised, and our business environment will be given to the Lebanese. So we'll not have nothing coming from that former ministry until the president can remove Ami Muda and put a minister person. We can have someone that is doing business and making a former minister. That person will in fact put their own business in Japan. People thinking about the Liberian people. So there's a case with Ami Muda. We will see more. So we are just starting until Ami Muda can be changed for the former ministry. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira and Segu.
Good morning.
Peter David Castle across from under the street light in Lower Johnsonville. And thank you very much for a fascinating discussion this morning. I think Sekou has just put it right there. You know, let me tell you, Ami Moda, his IQ for that particular ministry is very much low. And just as Sekou said, the price of rice will go up. Okay, you see the rice input of what they are intending to do now is to create artificial shortage of rice. Today, when you go to the port now, the company they call K&K, people stand in line out there yesterday I called. You have to wake up 5 o'clock a.m. to go and stand in line, and they sell from 50 bed drums. They are the largest importer of rice in Liberia here. The great Mario, African Queen, and that of Elephant. And these are the popular and the lawful and the favorite rice that the Liberian people love. Now, so it's so much detachment. So Ami Muda and the entire government really need to put their eyes together and to make sure that they can engage these people constructively and to bring about stability of rights on the Liberian.
Okay, thank you.
As we hear July, it will be a different case.
Oh yes, because if Ami Muda continues to behave the way he's behaving, there will be a rest shortage in the country. And Chai Yes is calling me, but I will not answer him.
Okay.
Chai Yes is the consultant for Wayne. Ami Muda, I will not answer Chai Yes. Right?
Yeah.
I won't answer Chai Yes.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Samira. Are you coming here?
I'm okay, go ahead.
Okay, this is a resident from Bangor. My name is Abenigo Nidion, a defense giant of multiple of democratic change. It is very much sad to give someone a common minister who have not declared their nationality. At the same time, someone who is a businessman, you giving a common minister, what will they do? I think it's a criminality that Joseph Baga is exhibiting. Now, there's the same Joseph Baga who tour around the world using taxpayer money and bring it back, nothing home. It's very much sad. Before the answer. So it is the responsibility of the lawmaker now to work in the interest of the citizen, because we give people positions that are criminals in nature, that doesn't have the expertise to provide solutions for this country. So I call on the lawmaker to do the needful for the Liberian people because they were elected.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Go ahead.
This is Mr. Genesis or Queen call from the Lofa Road, Banga City. It is true that there is serious rest shortage in our country. We shouldn't take this to be for fun. Can you imagine, Samira, last night I had a dream and I met this lady in my dream. She told me, say, I'm a waitress. You see, the first thing we used to do, President Wiatan, where we're giving food to people in that dream. But this time we can't do it because restaurants are high and we didn't get food to eat.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sis Samara, and good morning to our more investigative general of our town, Sekou Sherry. I'm proud son of Nima Kante, Philip LG, the Dwa Quarry for Banga City, Bon County.
Okay, Philip.
Let me first of all commend you people for the information you people provide for us every day and standing by us. What I want to tell you and Sekou Sherry this morning, you should depend on men, you depend on God, because what God is trying to do, because you always speak for the first leg. So the one for you to second today, you shouldn't second, because I'm a more than the other people calling Sekou Sherry on cover to second to them. They want to spoil your journalism. And I know what you're doing. Sekou Sherry, in Kenya, I saw him now a hungry man. So then continue to do it well for the Liberian people, because the people want to carry us back. You see what happening to all the rest price? The president left here and used our taxpayer money.
Okay.
They only brought photos.
Okay, take one more call.
you.
Take one more call, then
Good
we
morning.
go to the Secretary General.
Morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Good morning. This is Melvin William. Good morning, Sekou.
Good morning, Chief.
Yeah, maybe Moda has not been following Sekou. I was a regular listener to the film when Ellis Comey invited Sekou in Ghana.
Thank you.
And Sekou said it on the radio. Imagine Ellis Comey is a big businessman inviting somebody in Ghana like Sekou, thinking that he will get Sekou on his side. And Sekou rejected any other offers. I always follow Sekou. So it is something normal where when you call generally and say, I'm not your leader, then you leave it. But Sekou that we been following. It was that thing that encouraged me when Sekou was coming from America. I joined the convoy on the airport to go for him. Well, yes, I was there when we went to pass through chemistry. You want to feel that after he spoke, we left. I've been following Sekou for a very long time. But Sekou, the whole thing sound funny, bro.
my boyfriend.
Yeah. My man, the funny thing I said, the main woman that he married to, former boyfriend Sion, and according to the man named Sion, he has a shop or store. When you go into LEC, around LEC gate to Waterside, the man gave that man RPD, then he telling Liberian people say he gave two Liberian people RPD. I will give the man full name on Monday.
Yeah. For example, Samara and my woman. There's Samara
Ah.
boyfriend. I will post Samara.
So that we can say some boy.
Yeah, but yeah, but okay, that is it. That's all the time we've got to be on this issue.
Me have no
But
say some people can rather be getting first. Oh yeah.
But yeah, we can't take calls again. The calls are too many, but we can't take calls again. Just hold on. We have a very important interview this morning, which we're going to have. And I want to say thank you to all of our, sub stations across the country. Those of you listening to us in Margibi, listening to us in Bong, in Lofa, other parts of Liberia. We want to say thank you for joining us this morning. We're going to have a short interview, not short, but we're going to have an interview shortly with the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, Jefferson Tamakoji. And then at 9:30 this morning, we'll play a host, like we said, to one of the trending Sierra Leoneans who has come to Liberia. Her name is Hawad Dumoya, who will join us here this morning to talk about some of her initiatives. We'll tell you more about her when that time reaches, like we've done this morning. But let's go to the line now to join the Secretary General of the Congress for Democratic Change, Jefferson Tamakoji. And get prepared for the interview because it's going to be very rocky this morning. Yesterday he had a press conference and he said lots of things about Stanton Waterspoon. He disagreed with the issue about the president when it comes to Abraham Kumar. And I was like saying, Samara, why would Jefferson be, getting issue with the president when he was being allegedly incarcerated by Abraham Kumar and some during early time for the very first time for George Weah to disagree with some other issues, then as senator, later on as president of the country. But let me join Jefferson Tamakoji, the Secretary General of the Congress of Democratic Change. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning, Sekou, and good morning to your co-host, Samara, and good morning to the Liberian people. It's always my pleasing honor to be given an opportunity to share our perspective with the Liberian people.
We should have had you in studio because of your engagement. I'm told you far from the nation's capital, so we could not, and we thought to use this medium to talk to you. First of all, how is life with you in the opposition out of government?
Firstly, we want to extend our thanks and appreciation and recognize the unspecified grace of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, who is doing extremely well, and we think we're okay. And we also have become very concentrated. We spend most of our time on our farm. Mind you, I'm a son of a farmer. So we engage our time ensuring that our native home, Lofa County, where we engage into farming, and also we heavily engage into party activities. After heated elections, we try to see how we can get engaged and know some of the challenges where we're wrong, and how we can recorrect those wrongs, and how we can strengthen some of those positive issues we think that is appropriate to engage into as an institution and as a people. So those are things we're doing, but on the overall, we are very grateful to God, and I think things are okay once you high up. The only saddest thing is that, the things that have empowered our country, and every day you look at your people and the news you're hearing, and those are things that sadden us as leaders who represent our people. And that's why we think we have a moral responsibility and obligation to ensure the condition of these peoples must be addressed by our cause.
Let me ask you, how is the CDC? Is everything moving well, or there are challenges by the way?
obviously the CDC is an institution. There will always be challenges. We say to you, most especially just leaving the government. And yes, there are challenges. So, like I said to you, the political leader and the former president, he's been extremely wholeheartedly engaged into the recalibration of the party. We have a series of issues. Now he's currently out of the country. He's going to the United States, then he will be back. We'll also be doing a tour around the sub-region, and we'll also be coming to tour the counties. So there are a lot of things going on. So the CDC is going through its own recalibration, and so that it can, it can be able to transform its setback into comeback.
Okay, I like that. It's set back into comeback. Hey, Jefferson. Okay, let's move on to on Wednesday of this week, the CDC, I don't know how you people call it, executive committee or whatsoever, had a meeting. Do you care to tell us what exactly the you people discussed in the meeting?
Secretary, it's executive committees.
Yeah.
So you care to tell us?
Yeah, we want to know. You people had a meeting. Are you people having a meeting to do something different in the country, or is all about peace or the party?
Do you want to be a member of the CDC executive committee meeting?
I'm a journalist. I will be a member of the executive committee.
Well, basically, the CDC honored the astute leadership of Anthony Augusta Janga. The CDC has a monthly executive committee meeting, and so it was one of the series under his leadership we were having the meeting, and our meeting, like I just give you a synopsis of what our activities have been. One of the first one is that the former president, the stand-up bearer, have a deep consultation meeting, a consultative meeting with all of the majority of the structure of our party, ranging from the lowest structure to the highest structure, where we have the zonals, you have the coordinators, you have the regional, and you have the district, you have the counties. So the essence of our meeting was to engage and do a comprehensive assessment about the activities, both in government and both in campaign, and determining a way forward. And so we set up that every month we're going to have a executive committee meeting that will be having a reflection, a sober reflection on the activities of the party. So this meeting, we had a meeting along with our legislators. There have been an overwhelming concern about the public and about partisans, and people think some of our legislators don't seem to be living up to the challenge, like trying to put this government on trial. So we thought it was important to understand, and we're being very categorically clear with them. We say to them, the party, to represent the party, they know exactly what the party has played. So we think in accordance what represent the party philosophy. If people who believe that because they have won an elections and they don't deem it necessary to be one of the guardians of the party anymore, we will be very proud to separate from those kind of individuals. We have done it before in the past. It was in 2005, it was 2011, it was 2017, and just in 2023, when we were in charge of this country. For us, it's just about power. Nothing is too difficult. The CDC is guided by its fundamental principle, fundamental principle and norms and tradition. So we were able, if it between destruction of this country and power, we prevented destruction and we let go power. For us, we were born in this country. We are product of the most marginalized community of
Jeff, let me ask you this question, Jeff. With all what you're saying, there's this rumor, and this is what seditionists are saying, that CDC now is like a toothless bulldog. it is not as the best as people knew of CDC, and it is not doing what it needs to do. Seeing some of the things happening in the country, and people are now feeling the presence of CDC that they knew before. So it's like
No.
CDC is no longer the CDC people knew in the past.
No, the CDC is far better. The CDC is vibrant. And I don't believe that true sedition, people who understand what it means, who are product of the philosophical understanding of this mass-based institution called the Market Congress of Democratic Change, can hold or share any belief of that. No, the CDC will not do that. If the CDC could not destroy Liberia because she was in power, she let go of power, the CDC would not engage in. You see, there's a fundamental dichotomy between the Unity Party and the CDC. The CDC, it is a people-driven institution. The Unity Party is an anti-people-driven institution. And that's why when you come to see Sekou, you can see the anti-policy that is being initiated by the Unity Party. What are those policies we talk about? Today you see over 200,000 motorcyclists. Wow. You see, these are Liberians who are contributing to the economy. You could regulate these people, but you cannot create a condition in a way that you will prevent those. Each motorcyclist, the least you could see they could be catering to is still citizens of our country. But the Mr. Boyka regime have decided to initiate what we term as an anti-policy policy against the people, banning them. And you see what CDC did on nothing. All of the CDC were engaged into subsidizing rights because we understand the vulnerability of the Liberian people. You can't just, even education, we thought the state must take the responsibility of its people and ensure that gradually the people can be strong. And even in America, education, agriculture, those things are subsidized by the government. The government presides over the budget of the country. So the government must be able to solve the most complex that affecting the country. And so the people
Is this government not doing what you're talking about in terms of helping? Jeff, you need to listen to us though. You need to just be talking it out. Jeff, you need to listen to all. We need to ask you. No, but let me ask you.
Okay.
So you that CDC thing you doing? yeah, you talking to the. We need to ask you. We interviewing you. So I want to ask you this question because there are trending issues, and when we have people like you, it is always important to ask you most of the questions. There's this video I'm seeing on social media, and I was called on the telephone by one of our sources from the Roberts International Airport that they saw the former president of this country in person of His Excellency George Weah. He was using the ordinary point to board his flight. And I'm getting a report that he was also denied this time around. How true it is, and what is the president or the former president saying about this? Because this will be the second or third times.
Sekou, you are absolutely right. And that is the nature of the Unity Party regime. You can bear witness, former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, honor accorded all necessary courtesy. When people are privileged to occupy the highest seat of the land, the least you do for them is to recognize them. I would interest you to know that since after the election, after His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah willingly, honorably, much affection, gave Mr. Boyka an opportunity to preside over this country, Mr. Boyka up to present has yet to place a call in the late Westbar. During his leadership, not just only he placed a call, he went to Mr. Boyka residence, visited him. He went to Madam Seti residence, he visited her. And what he did, he called politicians, opposition people outside elections is not an isolation. To win elections doesn't mean you must isolate people. You must call people. People must sit together. You must give them an opportunity to participate. But those things haven't been. What Mr. Barker is doing, he is presiding over the state and engaged to destabilization. He's trying to undermine the peace that we consolidate. A constant provocation against the former president. It is a recipe of instability. It is a recipe to attract to the peace and stability of our country. We think Mr. Barker and the Unity Party is got to stop these kind of myths that are being portrayed by them. The CDC is documenting yesterday what we did immediately on the leadership of Changa. We quickly sent a circular out of this country. That's what we did. Because we understand we run this country, we know exactly. So what we do, and how we send our policy, do not put yourself in charge. We're not going to get the Unity Party and an escape route. They will crumble under the weight of the incompetence. They will crumble under the weight of the inherent corrupt nature. And that's what we have done, and we're reaching to the point. Mr. Barker will be answerable. And that's why we think Mr. Barker is not in charge, and he's fast moving, asking the people to take charge of what things are currently. So
Jeff, let me come in. Go ahead, please conclude so that I can ask you.
Was the former president, before he left this country, he communicated, he duly communicated and said to the Barker regime was obtaining. So it was expected for them to accord him the courtesy. But as you know, the former president is a very simple person. He's a very simple person. So he went and he was being disrespected. So yes, he went. But the world know exactly the VIP that are being constructed by him today is being used to provoke, it's being used to disrespect him. So he walked through and he has made it clear, categorically clear. He has no interest again in VIP. He has zero interest in how to use the VIP. He's going to continue where he passed yesterday, and he will go to other countries who deem it necessary, who see him far better in the eyes of Mr. Barker. But this president was contributing to this country. He was not even president. In his private capacity, when Liberia was involved with war, it took his speech to represent this country.
Okay, Jeff, let me ask you this question, Jeff.
To do something else, but he saved this country for
let me ask you. Okay.
A man who won a man who today is residing on a national era. Today you want to present our country on the brink of undermining peace of our country.
Jeff, let me ask you this question.
And allowing our people to be informed about that.
Okay.
In not too long distance future, we can say to you, if anybody would think that the CDC is weak, it's foolhardy. It's unthinkable.
My man, the CDC weak,
and
man.
I mean, you are struggling.
Jeff, the CDC weak. The CDC is weak.
And the CDC will not give you. The CDC will not permit you to understand what the CDC is. Our strategy and our tactics.
Jeff, it's not about strategy, Benny. You're weak. You're weak. You're weak.
On this place, you can't teach us what to do.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You're weak. The CDC we knew before is not the CDC we see now. You people are divided.
It's not about Mr. Barker. It's about the people. Because we are not cruel. We cannot engage into anything that will affect the vast majority of our people. No fear of people. We're not going to do that.
When did CDC get to know that when you do these things, it will affect the large majority of the people? When you people used to tote caskets and do all the kinds of things and say, oh, Ellen was this, Ellen was that.
Dr. Sekou, you got to understand, T is above 18 years. The CDC came into business in 2004. And the CDC is now...
Also, doing Ellen Tayo now, you people are not old, eh?
The CDC stayed 12 years in opposition. The CDC stayed 6 years in governance. The CDC can never, ever be the same. The CDC will take approaches that kill. I just told you to transform ourselves back. That's what the CDC is engaging to.
Okay, let me ask you this question, SG. I listened to you and I was so surprised. I don't know whether I'm wrong about my thought or whether it is something that I didn't get clear. You disagree with President Joseph Boakai about the suspension of Abraham Koma. What I know of is the last time you went to jail during Ellen's time, it was through the influence, as you've said, repeatedly, of Abraham Koma. And I can remember during that time, the former president even disagreed with the former president, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, on some other issues. Now I'm hearing you having issue with the current president for, suspending Abraham Koma. Why are you doing this? Are you honest about this?
Sekou, I'm composition and honesty. That's why if you want to know two characteristics about Jefferson Koji, they will tell you Koji is honest, and Koji is consistent, and Koji is fearless. Those are my attributes. You go anywhere, those are my attributes. Koji fear no living soul, only God. No mortal man instigate fear in me. I only fear God. And that's why I speak the way I speak. And that's why I act the way I act. And I'm sincerely honest. If I can't do, I do not have fear. Why should I be honest? So I speak from the soul. And that's why. So to say I disagree, you're right. You're absolutely right. Well, everything you have said, I'm absolutely right. Well, you ask me whether I appreciate AB. I'm not a fan of his policy. I'm not a fan of his behavior. But that doesn't negate the fact when things is wrong, it can be said because I did check AB. I'm not saying to you that I appreciate or AB is doing well for the DDA. But I think the procedure and the methodology used to take a decision. Again, I think the decision by Mr. Boakai was a knee-jerk action. I also believe Mr. Boakai needs to be in charge. You cannot have Senator Peter on Facebook giving when you have Liberian people, they took a decision from Mr. Boakai, not wrong. And when those things happen, you can't just sit in front of if I ask you, decision coming out of Mr. Boakai office, you don't know. It's not coming from Kesali, it's coming from Mamaka, it's coming from Salazar Grispe. There must be one people coming out of that office. You can't say somebody who's traveling with you signing. AB is an intent of any official. If you take a decision, now you can whoop up a jokes. That's a very you can't play gamble. That's gamble. You get the 3 person. Do you know what will happen? You stay out of the country and just take a decision, or because somebody are asking people getting into shooting who want to appear that in charge of government and they want to come across as serious people, and you play with the lives of our grand people. The decision on the Boakai took is a dangerous decision. It exposed the country for insecurity. You got people presiding. You know what happening? Do you know there are many information? Even though we've been informed for now, tomorrow will be for the brief, but next week we'll be understanding exactly what is transpiring at the and what is causing the outburst. And so you can just take a decision or find people from where you are, and the people are suspended, and things you know that issue was not being solved. That issue, the way the decision was taken, you have a danger. That decision, not saying the decision you take to the president, you just suspend them. And so what do you understand things happening at the moment? You don't do that. Even though I do that. And I'm not, what AB leadership is and the way he conducts himself, he's a star. But so I respect him.
Okay.
I don't have anything. AB is never my enemy. I have a very terrible memory about him. I know our interaction, but I'm the bigger person. Yeah, I don't need no kids. For me, I know it's that person. Even when we're in our government, I met AB in New York on the occasion. He visited me to my office. We sat down. He asked for an apology. From the day I left from prison, I got no issue with you. So I don't. But AB is a guy who now drinks something. But again, I think Mr. Boakai's decision was a knee-jerk reaction. That decision doesn't help. The decision promote in danger. There should be a better measure put in place to save the constitution rather than to set the country at a dangerous path.
Let me ask you. You mentioned.
Let me tell you what's happening. The people have been fashionalized.
What do you mean?
The place being factionalized.
How?
You have several. No.
You are not working in DEA now.
I'm a leader of this. I preside over the intelligence of this country for a long period of time. And you see, what in this place I do now is Sekou, you should know him before. You know my history in this country. Former student leader, a national youth chairperson, a current secretary, a former mayor, and you telling me about intelligence? You don't do that to me. So what I said, I know everything. I can tell you, I can predict.
So you said the place is what?
On an hourly basis. I can do that for you.
You said what's happening at LDA currently is being what, divided?
It's been factionalized. You know. So that's why we're saying you got to step and take decisions that will curb, that will save the institution. It's not to field the commotion that is ongoing. Do not feel the commotion that is ongoing. So don't do. So keep the people there. And you come back and ensure what is it. You can take that off. You know.
Okay, SG, let's move on to this thing, which is very important. There has been these speculations about the senator of Montserrado County, the police inspector general, and the likes of other people in government are trying all to remove the Minister of State for Presidential Affairs in person of Sylvester Grisby for some other reasons which it is not my business. And you just mentioned Sylvester Grisby's name in your conversation. What do you do? What do you make of it? Do you think these are all good practices in governance, or are you in support that, okay, Grisby could be one of the persons behind some of the missteps of the president, and it is just important to have him removed?
You see, it's embarrassing for somebody to want to come across more important than the office of the presidency. That's wrong. That's wrong. And that is absolutely wrong for Senator Dillon to think because he associated in ensuring that the Unity Party is to where it is today. It doesn't give him any leverage or moral rectitude to dictate. That's wrong. The reason why we are very meticulous, the way we criticize, the way we say, because we know governance can. The presidency must always come being in charge. If you say you supported them, what harm it will cause Senator Dillon? You say to whosoever you have, you sit as a privileged table. So you drama, you say, it's not for you, it's for us, our sake, you, Democrat Pro. You got issues of that Christmas. Go and sit down. But you be acting like that, you the president of the country, you be dictating, and say they move the other planting, they move the other planting. That you supposed to do that in there. So these are hypocritical nature of these people. And don't say because Koji there, in opposition and the one right thing for the like people. So even when hypocrites say they criticize, and that's why we'll be very, very, very meticulous. The city don't have to associate with or we dance with devil because you want to return to power. No, we do not have desperation in our nature. We're not desperate people. We are patriotic, nationalistic people. We live here, we understand, and we do everything appropriately, constructively, decisively in the interest of the Liberian people, hypocritically. So I think those conversations.
But why if Grisby is not doing? Why if Grisby is not doing the needful? He's bringing the president office to public ridicule and all the kinds of things. You don't think it's fair enough to have him removed?
Well, Sekou, if you say me, I know the perspective in which you come from. There are people who are trying to exploit the Liberian people. Look at Dillon. Look at Dillon. Through the laws who all he ensured that they were appointed in government here. That'd be hypocritical. You thought you found about people who are not performing, not in Dillon office. People who were going before, all of them have been appointed. His sister-in-law and those things. People can start taking advantage and exploiting. These are people you should not get credit to. Even when Sylvester is not doing well, once they take the law, it's not something you should take. because he's not doing it because he believes that he has been selfishly driven. It's been hypocritically called for. If you want to call it a real issue, you don't talk people to file silence. Today, they're up to them and they haven't gotten confirmed. And you heard him talking about that? You took a young man who had just a camera board behind you. You put into a very important place where you have done that. You put money in the budget. And that's why we are watching the budget. And that's why we are watching the budget. We haven't spoken because we don't know that exactly. And unfortunately for us today, that there is a request for the return of the budget because of alteration. You see, these criminals, a bunch of hustlers who paraded here that has the God solution for the Liberian people. Today, budget. Why you go? It's criminal. We want to go with the final minister. We need to fund those people. Altering the budget. To alter the budget is criminal. It's wrong. When you say budget that represents the entire country when it's passed, it should not be altered.
And what do you make? What do you make?
Budget.
Hello.
The first budget is being charged for alteration.
And Mr. Secretary, what do you make? Mr. Secretary, what do you make of the alteration of the budget?
So we are calling that the corporate should be executed, should be prosecuted, investigated and prosecuted, but that should not be altered. Do you mean Mr. Boyga's first budget is this what we have to be faced with? That the judiciary is accusing them of 2%. You have 3 separate branches of government. Out of 100, you take 2%, give the one branch of government. How are we headed? And when we say the country is ballot moved and people think that these are a bunch of political, tourists who only come. It was not about change. It was about change. So to dupe the Liberian people. And that's why we're giving them an opportunity to see the Liberian people know exactly who these hustlers are. They're nothing. They paraded here. Now you say, I'm here now. They got 6 months. They say, Koji killed. Koji day horses. We are open. We are open. We're calling the government and you will hear on this ground. We are open. All of the accusations, everything they said, I wasn't coaching here. The man that they created to be the most peddler man in this country. He stay here. I'm moving freely. Call me so I can answer to those questions. You guys see what thing. We live here clean with our conscience. But because you were desperate, you wanted to come to power and you talk by your consistent lies on Jefferson Coach was a means to come to power. Unless we're not the child of God. Some you people will fall and collapse in naked shame. And that's why you got to know that no orphan child touch in a way. That's why we not like you who are chicken. Everything you run, I was so clear and pure. We stayed 6 years in this government. We did absolutely nothing wrong. We did not steal. We did not do anything. Even this that you people lie and say we own here. You yet to show one structure associated with us. You yet to do anything to call us. I thought by now Koji should be in prison. I thought by now should be in prison because the way you gaslighted me and presented cases in this country that were involved into murder, secret killing. Today, what we see happening, we see John Sinaro, we see DA people trying to shoot citizens, we see circumstances surrounding his death. Those are issues we see, and that's why we say we're documenting them, and people say, what's the CDC doing? No. The CDC is a responsible institution.
No. Let me hold you there. Let me hold you there, Jeff. We didn't hear anything from the CDC about the death of that soldier. We remember in past during your administration, particularly, United Party will have come up with a press release condemning or making some other issues that it was not the right thing. But the CDC is not doing these things. I don't know how it sounds to anyone, but you didn't say anything about the death of it. Is now that you want to speak about it?
No, but you see, you see, what do you want? You want bunch of hustler and hypocrites. Because we're talking doesn't mean you care for the Liberian people. No, we do not make instant thought. Anything we say to you, Sekou, Tenua, must be able to investigate. We got sources. Do you know our intelligence within the army? Do you know what we're doing? So when we come with things, we know exactly. We're not just talking point. We're not just take action because the United Party put because they're angry because they left of power. No, not for people. We can get, if we can get angry, we're not turning country over. We are decisive people. We are bad people. The Liberian people get to know a clear demarcation between these hustlers and rappers. Everything said about us, that's why we stay in this country. So we say to you, when we talk, Sekou, we mean exactly what we talk. So we will investigate facts. We will lay our hands on the facts. Then we take actions. We will not be political. We will not be propagandistic concerning the Liberian people. Not because we want to come across. We will do the same thing they did and we lie and say Liberian people, we can do this, we can do that. And so because we want to do it, we want to make them say no. Both tangible issues, and those issues, the day we take action in this country, both the international community and the Liberian people will understand it's necessary to take the action. And I can show you that action will be a decisive action and will be celebrated in the length and breadth of this country, even part of this country. That's how we are. We run an institution. We do not run a boss court. We don't want a talky-tongue institution like these guys did in the period of time. They were just lying because they want to be on. They want to appear that they are serious people. Today, you see what they're going. You see, you can lie to win, but you can't lie to govern.
Okay.
That's the difference between them and the CBC.
Okay. Jeff, I have three different issues, and I hope we can address them one after another. The next one is about this issue involving the advisor of the president, the political advisor of the president, Joseph Nyoma in person of Mandela Cooper. And also, I will also talk to you about Waterspoon and that of the rest price in this country involving the commerce minister. But let's talk about this issue that has to do with the political advisor to the president of our country. There's rumors about she allegedly stealing another person's husband, and looking at that office, it should be a very sacred place where you have responsible people that will go in such an office to give a good image to the country. What do you have to say about such, Jeff?
Yeah, Sekou, interesting play. I'm disturbed as a Christian. I'm disturbed as a Christian. And also disturbed, I tell Mr. Bwaka, he's expected to be an elderly person, and to be a grandfather. Not only a grandfather, he also expected to be a deacon of a church, of the Baptist church. He knows exactly what what Christianity say. They say about adultery. You got somebody who 70 in the morning. It is the president of Satan, stealing somebody's man. And the old man said nothing about that. It doesn't bother you, even forget about your political and your presidential. Talk about your spiritual conscience. So you go to church and they give you you go to the deacon, you go to the Baptist church, and you sit on the deacon table, on the deacon seat. What message you saying? And in traveling in this country, Liberians follow their leaders. Liberians follow their leader. Is it sin? It's a right thing.
Well, what do you mean? What do you mean Liberians are following that leader? Is it the same attitude of the president? Is that what you mean?
But you see, when leaders, anything leaders engage into, automatically people, the followers, deem it appropriate and comfortable. And when people say, they black, no. Every other thing that's happening, Mr. Bwaka is aware. The fact that Mr. Bwaka follow these things. Madam Cooper worked in your office. I've been told that she serves you tea every morning. And you go, people saying you have someone who is crying and say, my son, they may have a bender, my son. Not only that, like when people say you get trouble, they get unity practicing young men and women who struggle, who stood the test of time. Today, you cannot even find a space for them. You not get enough for your family. Then you take in the little year and try to share it for strangers. You gave a Senegalese a job. What I think is that you gave the Senegalese man a job, and the woman who steal the man, and you give up the door, and people who stood for you, people who will come, we can be. I know. The party young guys who talk to me almost every day. Some of them are asking for forgiveness from a leader who want to say to you. We can touch with them actively, and we know the things. We even talking to them. Somebody say, "Oh, gee, you want to do this?" And no, you don't have to bother. Give us a chance here. We're trying to become. We love this country. We do not become anything happen here. What Baga has, he has a bunch of tourists. They will just join the plane and run away. So we try. You can't do this. You can't be a deacon. Forget about being a president. You can't be a deacon in a bastard church. And people are talking about immorality. The man come here and traveling out. The man say the man even went and tried to distort the religion. You married the woman, divorce the woman. You can't let the woman know the woman is screaming. And I think if Mr. Gaga came here, I just hope that Katumu should be able to hear that, because they say the falling of the tree leaf is a warning to the to the rock, the green room. So you can't wear something like you, man. Like this country is a religious country. Why do you want to say anything about the compassion of our heart? You want the people, man, you do it properly. You can't be passing through the window to tell somebody, man, the kind of attitude, it should not be a good thing. The couldn't be talking about the president of office. What kind of type of thing the president of office concerned about now in your office? If somebody get a mutilated, a checker, character, they're talking about somebody who trying to steal somebody, man. They're talking about all kinds of trivial things has surrounded the office of the presidency. I don't think it's right. I want to, say who you're from, you Jews up here, I don't want to, politically, I don't pay attention to that kind of thing. I only making my comment because I'm a Christian.
Yeah, because it's very important, though. It's very important. Let me take you to this point. Here's one of the reasons Liberians think that CDC is not the CDC they knew in the past. The government arbitrarily, listen to the word I'm using, the government arbitrarily increased the rice price. And there are rumors that the Minister of Commerce had requested 25 cents from each of the bags of rice from the rice importers. Based on a refusal, it has, been able to bring us to a point where people now are to purchase the rice for set amount. And there's this report that if the government is not careful, there might be a rice shortage in the country because there is this 20% increment stuff from India. During your government, you subsidize the rice importers with something around 9 million whatsoever, all of that. What do you make of what you're hearing from the people? The Liberian people are crying about the rice issue, though.
Well, speaking in two dimensions. One, I said to you, one which us between the United Party and the CDC. In fact, someone just said, don't call them United Party, call them useless party. The UP means a useless party. They are accustomed to people. That. So we are driven by people. We understand what the people goes through. So we policy were driven towards subsidizing the Liberian people's staple food. It's not that we are weak or we are weak, because we understand what it takes in a situation in a country where people have to work out. They don't know, they get a common man on the street, they don't know how to start their day. There are a lot of Liberian workers, they don't understand what's starting day. They're not too sure. You wake up in the morning, there's no thing I want to eat. Where food has become a luxury, and you come as a government, it's not something for you. The people, because government is owned by the people. It's the people, and people pay you to make decisions for them. That's me to do. People just make decisions, and we pay you, and the decision, all you need to do, that decision will have a trickle-down effect on our lives. And you come and you stop, and you don't want to do that, even though you've been paid for that. And not only you're doing that, you are making selfish decisions. Now that they have paid you, and you try to pay yourself double at the expense of the people. What we have got to do with this meeting, what we did, we set our team, and the team we have dispatched team country. That team will be reporting very soon, and be a determination for from the CDC standpoint, hearing that reps move from $20, they went to $25, all of those things.
No, but no matter what the team you've dispatched, no matter what it is, if the rest price remains below $20, it says that there will be no rice in the country because the rice importers will not be able to bring in rice. So it is the government now should do the needful to have this entire thing, either they subsidize the rice importers because they are doing business for profit.
They exchange, they condemn everything. These are people that have zero know-how. They condemn everything. First of all, for them to come to the say, when you give you a just permit me. When I talk over, first, I want to marry bro. You know what the miracle was? I saw my proud. I sat down and talked to her and said, "How is it?" It was not in my prayer view to condemn her. It was in my prayer view to understand and make an impact. You know, the former mayor Monvogo, in fact, she went to the beauty salon. I treated her like a mother. I went to her to the beauty salon. I sat to her and we started talking. And I asked her, "This is a privilege to see. I will rely on the fortune of your knowledge so that we can do better." That is leadership. It's about wisdom. And you enter a place and just condemn everybody. And you think everybody went wrong. Today you sit to the place, you have zero understanding how to even take one step. These are people, they just think about condemning people. You think this is not leadership? Now, I would just say that today, someone say, "Yeah, condemn sometimes not Christian, or condemn, don't do those things." Oh, yeah, because every command put you in jail, and I did the wrong thing. I should say, "No, I can't do that." That's not in our name, but I know we're taught. You see, we do those things. We are authentic people. We are genuine people. We give people an opportunity. When you do good, when Parker passed the issue about the worker, we commend him. And people have issue. No, we're not blind. No, we're not doomsayer. We're not doom preacher. We do not preach doom for the country. We were in this country. We were good for this country. And that's why we did what we did. When they were here, many of them, we interacted with them. Even though it was in the night, many of them here, they know exactly. Now I'm talking, they are terrified. Don't be terrified. We're not going to mean. We are traditional people. We deal with them. It's not that we were afraid of them. No, it was expedient. It was appropriate. We were Liberian. We felt it was a privilege we had. It doesn't mean because that privilege has made us to be absolutely in charge and transform the country into a personal enterprise.
Jeff, let me ask you this question and we'll go to the lines. Let me ask you.
About the rest, we want to say to you, Sekou, and we'll keep in touch. We have an effective team with interviewing people, the local counties. And we say to you, the CDC will present its report and we have a definite stand on the issues of the right.
When will the CDC have a mass protest?
The CDC, you see people that really understand the mass, you see how people talk and think that protest is leadership, opposition. Farming protest to be opposition. And think that, no, you gotta stop. When we say we can this government on its knees, we're not even putting one human being on the street. We're not even putting one human being on the street. So there are many ways. There are many ways to solve the librarian issue. The first way there, I see people struggling to understand the CDC. And you are liberty to think what the CDC doing, but you're not. That's what some of us say that, yeah. And you understand. You will never understand what we do. Our next group will not take it. In fact, the NSA, they can follow our food. Now they're telling me, now they're passing around. What are you wasting your time for? You say, "Coach, I know that somebody where you can be telling. Our issues are very clear. We operate in plain sight. We don't operate nicodemously, in plain sight. I'm a very clear person. Our action will be communicated. We take ownership of our action in the country. We don't go in a place of viciously and nicodemously. We determine our action in this country. You think we'll go well? No, we don't leave on the we leave on the phone. What we do watch and see.
Okay, Jeff.
Very soon. Jeff, to understand what leadership is about in this country. That's about opposition.
Okay.
These are people that you start engaging to need.
Jeff, let me ask you this.
Provide leadership in the opposition, and You don't need to follow me. You don't need to do anything you want to do. I'm a person who operates in plain sight.
Okay, let me ask you this question, Jeff, so we go to the lines. There are many persons who want to make their input. I want to know, many occasions you've spoken about, water spoon.
Yeah, you low.
I said, I want to understand this. Are you getting me now?
You gotta be.
Are you listening? Are you getting me clear now? Am I clear?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, much better.
Okay. On many occasions, I've heard you spoke about water spoon. Usually, I don't do this. I've heard you spoke about him, but yesterday, what you said was so denigrating to the point where you were letting us to know that he wants to contest and he wants to go against Unity Party. He wants to do this. He wants to do that. Even though Waterspoon is to go to jail anytime soon. I don't know what is the issue between you and Waterspoon, and why did you come out and say that he wants to contest? What is the reliance?
Yes. Let me say to you, you see, we got no personal issue with no Liberian. But I would say it will be very authentic. These inductees were part of the conspiracy to bring the calamity over the Liberian people. But because he took advantage of the vulnerability and the polarized community of our country, Liberian people were so angry because they were hearing people talking every day and they tried to believe, we love this country, we'll not be around for this. And to the extent that an inductee went on with a spoon, came across as the war board in our country. He started acting. Can you imagine? They're not trying to equate himself with excellent Charles Mann. We are, oh God, pathetic. This man with zero history. All we remember him from is to be equated to the former chancellor, where he were on all the international media are trying to steal from the American people. The man managed to get a radio station. Automatically, he became a moral voice and created the conspiracy that Liberian people are facing.
The man got a radio station during your regime. He got a radio station during your regime.
Our regime was not a regime, a censor regime. Remember, we suffered here 12 years. So for us, we said we will not do some of the wrong things that were meted against us. You won't call a witness up to you. We will not do that. We came to lead this country, not to harm the people. We came to ensure that we should even do some of those things we were doing. We're on a slow pace. Now, every one of us believe in the ideology, even though there were some people among us who did not understand, who failed to understand exactly what the CDC ideology represents. Some of them caused a problem. And that's why we said to you, we are transforming ourselves back into come back. So some of those mistakes will never be repeated in our lifetime. And that's why we are doing everything possible. People that stand up cannot say he's angry with Mr. Blacker. Stand up, you see, a criminal sit behind a microphone and say you want to debate with Mr. Blacker. You want to debate for his show. It is you think that I'm very It's about to be a federal convict put in prison. Here's a man, do you imagine what's happening in this country? Yes, still not with us. He believes that he will go to district number 12, he will run and be representative, come 2029, when he leave from there, he won't come become speaker, then he also will be president of the country. What? Jesus. And that's what I said to him, come here. We'll be on the ground and come to station number 12 and come run. And you think by just seeing on the, you say, I love the Liberian people. How do you love Liberian people? How do you love Liberian people? Because you stay behind the microphone and you utter it. And they see utter the people who were doing it yesterday. They said because they were saying things and they took the Liberian people, making them believe that they got solution for the Liberian people issue. Today you come, you are distributing suffering on the people. You go to JFK, you can't even find medication. And people passing 24/7, all those things that happen to the people because you lied to the Liberian people. Only because you have an opportunity. You talk about gaslighting Jefferson Koji, lying on Ambassador me, lying on the government, and you thought it was a way to get you to power. But God doesn't sleep. Today you have exhibit your capacity and your competence, and you pass around saying things that you know totally you cannot do. So the reason was come on. It's not because we say we disagree with the Unity Party, then we should go and start dancing with Satan. No, we're not Mr. Barker. We say we dance with the devil. No, we can dance with the devil. We are pure people. We are Christians. We are Christ-believing people. We can. Satan cannot issues. It can't be wrong. You can't have similar voice. You lied to the Liberian people. You are guilty of charge. You duped the Liberian people. But because
okay, Jeff.
you watch them behind a microphone and interacting like you are like president, I understand that you can't talk the Liberian people platform and who Liberian people. What is statistic that tell you that our platform is a Liberian people platform? And so that a platform, so that the next presidential place where decisions should be taken, and because you utter things and make you should be honest enough. You brother Liberian people, you must stand with the United Party. You must work with the United Party to solve the issue of the Liberian people. It's not to come out of their sin and be acting like you are a serious person and you think the CDC will embrace you. No, the CDC will not embrace you on the basis of that. The CDC disagree fundamentally with the United Party, but at the same time, they now want to go places, they now want to go voices that can come on board to tell the Liberian people and Liberian people believe in you. That is fundamentally wrong and unacceptable.
Okay, Jeff, let me say thank you very much. Let's go to the lines now. I hope wherever you are, you'll be listening. Let's go to the lines and take some of the calls. We want to say thank you for accepting our calls. Is there anything you want to say that we didn't ask you to, so you could just say it so we'll go to the lines?
Thank you. Yeah, you called me. I have the decent back from my car, and I'm on my way to Monrovia.
Yeah, but that's it.
So thank you.
And you can say you're there for the people. CDC. And you can say, listen, hello, Jeff. And you can say CDC there for the people.
Yeah, thank you. I'm on my way, but very soon I'll be to Monrovia. I said thank you. It was.
You laughing? And you also say CDC there for the people that they are asking you. You want and sorry.
Yeah, you need no definition for that. Exactly. We represent the people, and we will continue to do that wholeheartedly by the special grace of God.
Jeff, thank you very much for always taking our calls, and we hope we can have all the time such a conversation as to get you people speaking about some critical national issues in the country.
My pleasure always, Siku. My pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Jeff has been able to speak on lots of issues, and he cut across, say a lot of things. Let's go to the lines and listen to Liberians. Coming up shortly, we will be hosting Hawa Domoya, someone from Sierra Leone. But let's take some calls, and then when she's coming in, we'll do the proper introduction about who she is. 0770907907. 0770907907. The line for those of you in Banga, in Mangibi, and other parts of Liberia is
0779-003-835, 0779-003-835.
And those of you out of the country and you want to call in on WhatsApp is +231 7709420048 +231 7709420048. Let's go to the lines and listen to you Liberians.
Good morning.
Morning, Sarah.
Morning. Go ahead.
People go tell and get to see what and I listen to Carol. Just sit there.
Your line is very bad. You have to call back, please. Good morning. Morning. Let me take this person. Okay. Good morning. I don't know. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so 07709079007. The calls are coming in many, so for that reason, it's just jamming up, and jamming up. But let me take this one and see. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
This will be Ghana, and I come from Ghana very small.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do agree with the SG from Bokoji. CDC opposition in now to protest. Those who said yesterday they were the best, like different people are not saying. You know, your eye cannot show a rule. But if the eye sees the rule, you say this rule here, I'm able to update it. The how this government is measuring. So we see every corner and route you go, the crowd of the people is more than ever. So it doesn't just give them the time. They just say we just put their road down. They just to melt down, destroy themselves. They said everything that happened in this country was President Weah was good according to them. Now it is before that it's setting in. And good morning to you also, and have a better weekend.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Go ahead.
This is Darwin. I call from my mom back to resident. Thank you very much this morning for the topic of the discussion, and I want to say hello to the SG this morning. The issue is, I appreciate the way he tackled it. You know, most of the time people feel that the CDC of the government people is the party that does not respect the rule of law and just talk because they want to talk. You know, at this point of time, they expect the CDC to protest and do a lot of things that will put the government foot to the fire. But there are so many ways that we can engage issues. We are taking our time, as the SG said, taking our time to see how best we engage the issue. WACA is a failure in this country. And we allow WACA that's sort to expose to the Liberian people that, yes, we are not capable of doing something. You know, if a man is lying, if you want to know whether he's lying, you keep asking questions that will bring him to the light. Thank you very much this morning. It's a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Samira. This is the boss of our critical mode, the chairman for the Buzzer Down campaign, calling for District 13.
Okay.
Yeah, let me say a pleasant good morning to your studio guests and the CEO, Honorable Koji. I want to say thank you for all of this deliberation. However, the fact is, we know very well that CDC, that the CEO continue to ask the major why the CDC is not more reactionary than before. We from the other side, if the CDC as our leader will not go reactionary, we on the other side will go reactionary because we will make sure that backup feet is kept to the fire so that he can deliver to the aspiration of our people. We cannot sit down and just remain quiet. They say when the people is in need of their leadership and there's no voice to stand up for them, definitely this will count on you. So we will make sure that we as leadership on the other side will make sure that Baka will not sleep and eat and forget about the people of Liberia because we promised and committed itself that you're going to make a change. If there's a change, come and get ready to leave. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let me take this call. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Samira.
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. The voice remains Sidiki Musa Musukula Dori, and I'm joining you from District 17 from a rescue protector call office this morning. Samira, let me be very frank with you. People like Jefferson coaches in this country, we can never get them credence. Almost 6 years of George Weah administration in Liberia, gave me the name of those representatives for CDC that declare their assets. Give me their name. Even this go election with our own Joseph Newman Booker administration, how many of the physician lawmakers in our house that have declared their assets? Some are bringing one to be assets or assets. They have nothing to say. Never behind any protest. Never before behind any press conference. Those guys are Google chokers. Those guys they are not people that serious that we can follow them. Those guys they are all money mongers. We will not get them credence in the nation. President Obama is the people's president. We must do everything in our own way possible to make him succeed. If you feel President Obama can succeed in Liberia, you have to leave Liberia now. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. We have winners here from the 20,000 draw. And let me take this call while we get ready. I mean to call the first winner for the 20,000 draw, and we will call the second winner soon. Good morning.
Yeah, let me say a pleasant good morning to you. Good morning to the former mayor, Honorable Jefferson Tamakochi. My name is Hassan Eskiawu. I call from Cardwell, District 11. Honorable Secretary General, I want to recognize you this morning. But let me use this medium to the stance and one thanks and appreciations to Excellency Ambassador Joseph Juma Braka, because for affording the young people the opportunities to partake in government. And I want to say this to the mayor. You have the opportunities, the former mayor, let me say, I want to use the medium to send a word of encouragement to him. As the former mayor and as the Secretary General of the CDC, I think you guys need to go back in your courses, whatsoever place you can go to recalibrate and
Morning.
Good morning, Samira.
You're live.
Good morning to my brother, Jeff Koji and sir. You see, the way CDC is proceeding, some of us, we are followers of President Weir. The lackadaisical way of doing things was the cause that we lost the election. They are saying that they are taking their own time. The Unity Party never gave us time. They never gave us chance. Okay? But now they are too lenient. Even our lawmakers are in the house. Even some of us, my own local brother, the way they are proceeding with things. We are not happy with them. Let's be realistic. And lastly, to recommend to him, since we lost the election, I want CDC to organize an appreciation program to appreciate each country. At least let them take a tour and tell the people that yesterday, although we lost the election, but we lost you. We 2029 will be coming back. That will give us the view. That will give us that morale.
All right. Thank you. Let's hold the call and be able to call our first winner for the 20,000 LD. We have 2 winners currently, but let's call the first person and confirm their information. Then your money will be sent to your phone. So let's try this person number. This person won 20,000 Liberian dollars. And let's see as to if we get the person on the line quickly, be it he or she. Let's see as to if we talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name? I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia. You played the catch giveaway and you won yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. So it's your first time playing?
I've been playing, I've been winning, but today I said, let me try.
Okay, so what's the name that is on your mobile money account?
Naomi Flomo.
Naomi Flomo, that is the name that is there.
Yes.
Noami.
Yes.
F, you gotta hold on, Flomo, Flomo, okay?
Yes.
All right, so Naomi Flomo is on your mobile money account, and we are about to send to you your money. When we send it to you, you need to be around your phone. We will call you on the radio to confirm as to if you received the money.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations once again. Thank you. That's how the call we will take. Before the show ends, we will call the other winner. And we will call out our losers. We have losers drawers. Those of you who have been playing, some of you, we saw it as a means to give out some cash to some of the people who have been playing. We saw it prudent to do so. So we are not taking cuts on that. We are done with the politics. Like we promised, we said that at 9 o'clock, it passed 9 o'clock already though, but we said that at 9 o'clock we will have Hawa Tombo in studio, and she's a Sierra Leonean. She won the Big Brother Salon. That's a reality show which makes her a social media influencer. She's also a business person, and she is the CEO the Chief Executive Officer of Picking Them Mama Foundation. And Hawa Tompo was once married, or she is married to a popular football player in Sierra Leone that is called Musa Tombo. She is married to okay, but we will get over to you though. We have her in studio now, so she's also a humanitarian. Let's go over to her so that she better introduce herself and we get to know what is it that she's to do within Liberia. What is she doing within Liberia currently? She was in China and now she's in Liberia. Good morning, Hawa.
Good morning, my Liberian people. Good morning, Voice of Liberia.
Mm-hmm. It's great to have you in studio. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay. Come again.
I'm doing good.
Okay. So you are the winner, 2023, winner of the Big Brother Salon, and an influencer and a humanitarian and all of the good things. But what are you doing in Liberia currently?
First of all, let me say the show I won is House of Star. House of Star reality TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Come again?
It's House of Star, the show title House of Star.
House of Star.
Yes, just like Big Brother Nigeria.
Yes.
So I won the show for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
The show finished on February 11. So when I was doing my campaign before going for the show, I came to Liberia to campaign to my people in Liberia, because for me, I thought it that Liberians and Sierra Leone, we are one family.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a fan base here. During the Ramadan, I do a giveaway in Freetown within let's say 10 districts, because we have 16 districts, but I did not go to all the districts, which I provide 200 bags of rice for people. With other varieties, food stuff. So I thought it fit that Liberia is going to be part of this donation. So I left 8 bags of small bag of rice, 8 bags with 2 bags of sugar to come and give to the Liberian people. Even though it's not much, but for me to show that I appreciate Liberians. And I want to share my experience with them, talk to the boys those girls industry, like being into prostitution or like taking drugs, to tell them that drugs or prostitution is not a solution to the problem.
Okay, so at the time you participated in the Big Brother Salon and became the winner, when you came here to tell Liberians so that they be able to, vote you and all of that, you saw the result. Did some Liberians voted you at the time?
Yes, I have a lot of fans from Liberia. That's we have Sierra Leoneans living in Liberia, and I also have born Liberians who are like fans of our Tombo. Some are in the States, different parts of the world. So, for me, I see Liberia as a Sierra Leone. So we are one family.
So, being an influencer, how does it feel, a social media influencer as you are?
It's very good in the out world. I am a social media influencer. I'm a charity giver, because my team name is Picking the Mama. When I used to enter the house, I take care of kids and pregnant women, because I thought it fit that so many women go for labor, they lost their life because of, let's say, small money, because they don't have medical support. And so I come in and as a woman, I support them, and I also take care of kids from 0 to 18 at the end of the day, or any other family things, like I'll meet any case on the way for me to help, I will help, because this is what I have passion for. Since 2017, I started doing this. Up to now, I'm doing it.
So that is what you are, an influencer. These are some of the positive things that you bring to the disco as an influencer.
Yes, I want to help my people.
And as you said, that is great.
Yeah.
At your age, you have the organization that is called Piggy Them Mama. How did the idea came about? Where you got, the knowledge from, the strength, the zest to be able to push? And what are some of the positive things you have done? Because when you say picking them, you're relating to
every children around Africa, because I am an African.
Including males too.
Yes.
Including females.
Female and
So
male.
Pekin, all of them just
Everything.
refer to them as Pekin.
Pekin. All kids.
All kids.
Yeah.
So you have a particular area that they are, or you just give out things to them. How you go about doing it?
First of all, you said what give me the idea to do this.
Yes, the inspiration, where it came
I
from.
grew up as a kid, like I suffered a lot, and seeing me growing with that kind of suffering, I thought it fit that, when I grow up to become somebody in my nation, Sierra Leone, this is what I will do, this is what I will do, because I don't want to see any kids suffer the way I suffered. So my initiative, and let's say 60% of my people in my country, like, they have abused me, she's barren, she cannot have a child on her own. So before going for the house, I titled my team name Picking the Mama. Team Picking the Mama. That was my team I entered within the house because they cry at me that, she's a barren. So I stand there for every kid around the world. But for now, my aim is Africa. When I come to Liberia, if I see a kid suffering, I'm going to help. If I go to Ghana, every place I travel to, as long as I have the opportunity to help, I will help them.
So you just travel to almost all of the African countries to help some kids that are in need?
No, sometimes I travel on my own personal issues, but when I meet a certain case, I will help. But this is what I'm trying to spread across Africa. That's why I have registered my team, my foundation. I name it Picking the Mama Foundation. It's a new registered foundation. Then the house I win, because the show I went for, I won the house, a car, I said $5,000.
A car?
Yes, a 2020 car.
2020 car?
Yes, with a brand new house and 100 million yuans in my currency, which is $5,000 in United States dollars. So I'm going to, I'm rebranding the house. I want to raise kids in that house.
Okay.
Yes.
Brand new house?
Brand new house, yes.
The square you are staying now?
No, 3-bedroom. I'm still fixing it to the way I want it because I want to live there with those kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how many kids are we talking about? Up to how many numbers?
For now, it's 10. 10 is my budget because I found myself in the society. Many people don't want to help, but through my business, I am doing because I'm a businesswoman. And then from the other people I have who will help me, I think I will be able to raise those 10 kids from 0 to 18. But beside those 10, I'm still taking care of kids out there. I'm taking care of elderly people out there. As long as the case reaches me, I'm ready to help.
So you don't have sponsor, a person or persons who are sponsoring you into this. And when you started doing this, when you started, when you started helping people, the particular year that you started, how long it had been?
I started this on 2017.
2017.
Yes. I went to England 2008 with Plan International. They picked me from the streets, took me to England.
Okay.
I went to advocate for kids and women in the part of Sierra Leone. When I came back, the idea started. So 2017, I go into this, helping people. Even though I was not having much, but the little I can have, believe me, I'm ready to save lives. As far as life concerned. So now that I have this opportunity as a reality TV star winner, I am spreading my wings to people. I have people who are really supporting me. I don't have much. Let's say I can proud of five people I can cry to. They can help me to help these kids.
Okay, and your parents are from Sierra Leone?
Yes, my mom and papa from Sierra Leone. I can speak the Kologa. Is it Kologa?
You lived here before?
No, I would just one in, one out.
Wow.
Yes.
There's someone who say that you are a great person because not too many persons will just want to help other African countries that they haven't stayed in, to give back. What makes you feel that you owe the Liberian people something?
Like I said before, we are one family.
Okay.
The love Liberians have for Sierra Leoneans is great. And me, as a winner, I want every Liberians and Sierra Leoneans to work as one family. The unity should be there because the love from the border to this place, the way they treat us is very nice.
All right, so for the issue, when will be this distribution that you are talking about?
Today.
Today?
Yes, the rice is in Liberia now, in Monrovia, so from here, I think from the studio, I'm going to the streets of Liberia. For me, how I do my donation, I don't choose people. because I want the lay people to have what I am giving out, those who don't have. That's why my foundation is based on kids that don't have anything. Like my sister, daughter, or my sister, brother. No, I don't base my things on that. I help those that in need that particular moment. I'll be in the streets of Liberia when I see you walking, maybe, okay, this one need help, he needs something. I'm going to like give them the rice with a token like maybe $300 Liberian dollars for each person, not US, the Liberian dollars. Maybe 10 cup of rice, and I put small thing on it so you can. What I was planning to do is to cook the rice so we all can eat as family. Because before coming, I think Saturday was my birthday. Last Saturday, I feed 582 people in one community in Freetown as my birthday celebration. So I wanted to do the same thing here in Monrovia. We can go to one community and cook this rice. We eat with people. We celebrate together. This is what I want. It gives me joy when I see people around me.
Okay, so so you are just doing it randomly, right? You don't have a specific location that you will be doing.
No.
You're just from one place to another, and to be able to distribute rice, and you'll be getting people views as to how they feel after everything, or you just do it and you just leave.
Like, sometimes I don't ask them to tell me anything. Just say thank God. It's God that doing it. Like, I think day before yesterday I was in Bo. I did not go to Bo to buy gas for bike riders. I went there to buy food stuff for my mom and send it to the village. So unfortunately, I saw those guys were like standing on the sun, no work. So I decided to go and give 60 liters of gas to 60 bike riders. Even though it was not much, but I felt so relieved helping others. Sometimes I don't think of doing it, but when I get to that certain location, when I see things, I will step in and do what I will do. From there, I will leave. I don't need praises from anybody. I just want them to glorify God.
Okay, so you are a businesswoman and a humanitarian, that I should say, because it's what you do, help people that are in need. What kind of business are you into?
I'm into cosmetic, varieties of business, but cosmetic is my main hold of business, yes.
All right, so we have Hawa Tombo in studio. She's a humanitarian, and she said that she feels good giving out to people, if even it is that much, and she's here to do distribution of rice. So are you going to do the distribution by bag, or are you going to put it in the plastic and tie it? You know, how are you going to go about doing it?
I think, let me get to the location, because you see those, you see the Zogo boys is how they call them. There was a day when I came to Liberia, I went to fix my car. In one particular area, I saw some boys then living in one isolated area.
Where?
So, is it from Kiwi Street down? I don't know the street's name.
So you want to give to the unfortunate, how you can call them, the disadvantaged youth.
Disadvantaged youth. Like, I will spread out a message to them that drugs or prostitution is not a solution to the problem.
Okay. Wow, that is good, as you say. Just before we go back to Hawa Tombo, who is in studio, let me call this person to confirm. We sent the 20,000 about 7 to 8 minutes ago. So let me call and see as to if the person has received the 20,000 Liberian dollars already. And I will call the second person around 9:56, 9:57. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Did you receive the money? We sent it already.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel? How can you encourage people to continue play the Voice of Liberia cash giveaway, knowing that you have won 20,000 Liberian dollars?
Oh, I just want to encourage my fellow brother and sister that they will continue playing. I can't lose. They will continue playing. Once they call blessing, they think will God bless me too.
And how did you play?
I press *799 *20#. I play 5 times.
5 times, and you got 20,000.
Yes.
Wow, that is great. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So, like I said, we will call on our losers, those of you who have been playing and never won. We will give you 2,005, and we will call the next. Today is 40,000 that we are giving out. So, we will call the next person very, very, very much soon. And Hawa, what do you see? You know, the future of young people within Liberia. What do you foresee? I know that you have been interacting with some Liberians, and I know that you talked to them for some of them to be able to vote you in, and even the organization that you are heading now. Do you see it, future-wise, to extend it to Liberia? Because currently, I think it's the children that you want to help, the 10 children, they are Sierra Leonean. But do you have plans, or they are all Sierra Leonean?
No, I don't want to base it on Sierra Leone.
So they are from different countries?
I want to get them from different countries.
So you haven't gotten them yet? You want to?
I have like 2 already.
Okay.
Just like I said, I just won the house. I'm fixing this house to the way that those kids will be feeling at home.
Okay, I thought you selected them already.
No.
Okay.
I'm looking around. I won the show in February, and I registered the foundation. Now I'm fixing the house to the way I want it. So those kids will be when they stay in that house, they will feel like, oh, I am in my mother's house, or I'm in my parents' house. So it's not based on Sierra Leone only. If I can get maybe 2 or 3 from Liberia, I'll be grateful.
Okay, 2 or 3 from America.
Liberia. I'm not talking about America. Let's target Africa for now.
Okay, 2 or 3 from Liberia,
Ghana, maybe is it Ukraine, all those places that they are fighting wars. I just need those kids we don't have parents. We are living in the...
So specifically, you are looking for children that don't have parents?
Some have parents. Some, if you have parents, your parent cannot able to take care, I will step in. Okay. I need those kids because you having parents... Sometimes it's kind of difficult. They cannot even afford to feed you.
Okay.
That was my story.
So you're trying to use your story and help others.
Inspire others.
Okay.
I'm creating a platform on Facebook. Maybe I'll come again to the studio, telling my story. Life story of Leader Hawa Tombo. Many people think when I tell my story before going for the show, it was because of the show, because I want to win the show. I want to use my story to inspire young girls and women who think life has thrown so many things on them. They want to give up. Giving up is not a solution. If I give up before I go into drugs or maybe alcohol or all those bad things, I will not be this far today. But I double up. I tied up my belt. I know where I was going. I am a go-getter. Today, if you call the president, you call the first lady, who will see is Hawa Tombo in my country. I respect that my people love me a lot. So I want to give back to Africa, not only Sierra Leone. My plan is not only Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go to the phone lines and talk to a few Liberians about what she's saying. A humanitarian, an influencer. She is here and wanting to give back to Liberia. I should say that it is indeed interesting because not too many persons you will see that will want to help other countries. Even their own country, they cannot even help. But I see a young lady, on the path that she is now, the letter that she have wanting to give back. You have many other people who got $1 million that doesn't care about helping people on a daily basis. But seeing her coming from Sierra Leone, coming to Liberia to give back, feeling that Liberia and Sierra Leone, that love is there. They are neighboring countries. So she feels that Liberian people, they are her people. I should say that it is indeed great to see a young lady of such doing such thing. It's wonderful. It happens once in a while. You hardly see this thing. 077090797 is the number to call those of you in Bon County, Kakata. It is 0779003835. Talk to Hawa Tombo from Sierra Leone. Good morning. Good morning. Let me take this person. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara. Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead.
My name is Abu Valentine City, and I want to know how did they have body.
I the door fine. I have the door.
Okay, me how you follow, I be following out of star and salute, I be the comments for you and we say. And actually, we usually talk, appreciate or what the step you take. You understand it? So keep on going and keep on trying what you're doing. You will make a that talk to you, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let me take this one. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Ibrahim Ben Akori from Kawa in Georgia.
Yes, you have to put a little strength in your voice, my brother. You're sounding very low.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm Ibrahim Ben Akori from Kawa in Georgia.
Yes, go ahead.
I've been calling this line since this morning. We get your chief.
Yes, it's because you have too many persons on the line. Let me take this call. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning.
Please walk away from your monitor.
Yes, good morning.
Go ahead.
Elijah Bucket is my name. I am calling you from Bon County, to be precise, district number 1, Kokoya.
Okay.
Yes, let me appreciate our African sister in studio there. You know, there are a lot of people who have much that they can give to ordinary people. So I want to appreciate her for the hard work, and I pray that she continue to extend her good work outside of the city, that God will continue to bless her and carry her through. Thanks.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Good morning.
Good morning, Samuel. How are you?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is DJ Sim, the former DJ from Cote d'Ivoire to Liberia. Good morning to you, Awatumbo.
Hey, good morning, bro. How are you?
Yeah, this is the one of the DJ from town. I was in Freetown, long time, but I left Freetown. I traveled to Cote d'Ivoire, but I'm in Liberia. So I listen to you, your planet, what you are trying to say. You understand?
Yeah.
But now, if you want to concentrate now to help people, I need to work with you because this whole area to this VA junction to go to VA side, to the camp area, there's a lot of people staying on that side. As I'm talking to you, my sister, because I'm one of the DJ, I work at one of the radio stations right in here. But this VA side, they have a 90% Berlinians to this view. They are suffering to the Bramasi estate. So I want you to concentrate on that side, you understand, so you can be able to help you understand? But before you go, drop your number so we can get a church to talk, because I'm not based here, but I'm based in Abidjan, But I'm for a few weeks in Liberia now, you understand? Myself, to try to help, most of the Sierra suffering here.
Thank you.
Before you go, drop your number so we can be together.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, I will do that.
Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, my sister and studio.
Good morning, bro.
Thank God for you. Thank God for you for everything you have said for your mama children. It takes a woman to just wake up, a mother to wake up, and she are there to help other people who are floating here to what those are cannot help.
Yeah.
So I beg God to be with you, and everything that you are doing, God should be with you.
Thank you.
My name is PM Tomo, calling from Kawa.
Okay, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, ma. How you come here?
I'm okay. Go ahead.
Okay. I've been going Newton, aka Jovia Defense Giant. I'm on my way from Bonkani to Morovia. Okay, let me say thank you for your show and thank you to your studio guests. I think your dream by your studio guests is something that's good, because dreams is something that direct you for what you are doing in pictures. And let me applaud her for your genuine work on the continent of Africa, more especially in West Africa. And for her similar package that she got for some of the children of this country, I think it is welcoming. But I would like to appeal to her, though, work with the ministry agenda and the UN Sport Minister to achieve what she wants to do. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samara.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Yeah. I appreciate the young lady a lot in the studio of what she have already taken as an initiative. She have to continue, and then she don't have to listen on order to be biased and other issue. Because in Africa we can start things right, but we got people who can kill dreams. Somebody will come in our life and say, oh, but then Hawa, your initiative is very good, but then they will just want to take her so that she get able to enrich themselves through her, and at the end of the day, they just forget about her. So in that case, I just want her to be focused and be continue with what is she doing. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's take 2 more calls, then we call our other winner, and so that they be able to confirm quickly. Let me take this one. After this one, I will call so that they be able to give in their name. Good morning.
Good morning, Samaria.
Good morning. Go ahead.
Well, I'm Philip F. Tamba. Good morning, Howard Tumbo.
Good morning, Mr. Tamba.
Well, thank you so much. Like remember that Suna Salon.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. They do well. You added follower. I can follow you. Let God bless you. So I want to recommend something to you. I want for a person want to reach you for give donation. That person will get you.
Go on my
Facebook.
Facebook.
Do well.
Go on my.
Do well for Africa, Salon and Liberia.
Go on my Facebook page and you click on you see my WhatsApp number there.
Okay, so she said her WhatsApp number is on her Facebook page. But let's call this person quickly before we take the last 2 calls and see as to if we can get their mobile money name, the name that is registered on their account, and be able to send their money to them. And after we send their money, we will call them to ask as to if they receive it. So this person is one of... Good morning.
Yeah, morning, how are you?
My name is Samira Wala. Can you please leave the noise? Morning.
Yeah, morning, how are you?
I'm okay. My name is Samira Online. I'm calling you from Voice of Liberia.
Okay.
You won yourself 20,000 LD.
Wow, thank you.
So can you please call your mobile money name so that I'll be able to send your money to you?
It's Habib Kamara.
Come again?
Habib Kamara.
Can you please spell it?
Yeah, Habib, H-A-B-R-D.
H-A-B-R-D? Mm-hmm.
Yes, Kamara, K-A-M-A-R. K-A-M-A-R. Yeah, Kamara, yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We will call you to ask as to if you received the money, okay? Okay, we will call you back. Be there your phone. Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Go ahead.
I'm Steve Gagan and joining you from Comfort Zone, Jacobtown, Chicken Point to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
Let me commend your skilled guest for such far-sighted at the push for the continent of Africa. And I will also want to recommend to all that our guest course should not just be limited to those hopeless children, as you also extend it to our newly repatriated refugees so that impact can be felt there, because both of them are hopeless, both of them are struggling, and so forth. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Let's see as to if we talk to the next person. Good morning.
Yes, morning.
Morning.
That is Ruben Ghana.
Go ahead.
I just got to appreciate it in there. I think to be a humanitarian is very difficult, especially in Africa. But taking upon herself to leave our country, coming to Liberia, to heal Liberians, and may appreciate her and bless her. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's talk to this person, the last person, and we call it a day. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara. Musa Sharif is here, and I want to extend my best wishes to your studio guest, so our Timbo. However, it's good to go ahead and be good to your fellow human being. I mean, that is it, that defines who a person is. Generosity should have no limit, and then not because you hail from Sierra Leone, and then you limit it to Sierra Leone. Whenever you can extend your hand to any other person, go ahead and do that. And then one thing she said that I admired is, it's true, Sierra Leone and Liberia, they're one country. For instance, you have Fula in Sierra Leone, you have Fula in Liberia, you have Fula in, you get Madingo in Sierra Leone, you get Madingo in Liberia. You have Mende in Sierra Leone, you have Mende in Liberia. So the culture just one people. It is just colonial idea that divided us on thin boundaries. These are countries that have the same culture, the same ethnic groups, and everything just the same. So it's good, it's smart, and then we are one people. Let us not divide ourselves.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. We have exhausted the time. So, Hawa, you can, giving your parting statement, and we call it a day.
First of all, I want to thank God
Almighty. Audible, please.
Sorry, I have cold.
Okay.
I want to thank God Almighty for this opportunity, and also thank Voice of Liberia, and to all my fans watching me please go and follow Voice of Liberia page on Facebook. I have shared the link already on my Facebook page. And then the Liberian people, I'm grateful for the support, the love, everything. And to all my Sierra Leoneans people, I want to say I appreciate Una, I love Una so much. This is Una leader Watumbo. I'm not going to do this me one. Not only when I get for come and help Lord spread out this love to the people. I love every Sierra Leoneans. I love every Africans with the watcher right now. I love Una. I can say tata as we can go do with donation. Stay tuned to you. Follow Voice of Liberia, and we can for Data Live for Do With Distribution, okay? I love Una so much.
Okay, thank you. That was the voice of Hawa Tompo. She's a humanitarian and an influencer, someone who gives out to other African countries because she feels that, they need love from her. Though she's from Sierra Leone, but she's also into helping other Liberians. On today, she will be giving out rice and a little cash. And also, she's looking around to take in about 10 children so that she'll be able to bring them up from 0 to 18. I should say that it is a great job. Not too many persons think in that direction. I would like to say thank you, Hawa, for such a great job. But let's go over to this next winner to see as to if the person received their 20,000 Liberian dollars. We sent it already. Let me call to confirm as to if this person received their money. Okay, the number is basic properly. He's trying to call back properly, but we sent the money already. It keeps being basic. I'm going to try it for the last time. I will try it for the last time, and once I try it for the last, okay, this person is calling back. Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, we sent the 20,000 LD already.
I received it. Thank you very much.
And how do you feel? How many times you played this morning?
Just one time.
Wow. But you have been playing, right?
Yes, I've been playing, yeah.
My brother, congratulations to you. You get a whole 2K. I come in there for my own.
No problem, you're welcome.
Okay, all right. Thank you. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Okay, thank you. So that's all the time we have here. Let me say thank you to all of you that followed this platform. Do have yourself a blessed weekend. On Monday, we will be giving out 4,000 Liberian dollars. I never call all. We have three. We do have 3 losers just before I leave. We will do that on tomorrow. 3 losers. We did send 2,500 to 3 losers. Those of you who have been playing and you see the 3,500, let me say congratulations to you. And continue to play the catch giveaway as on Monday we will give out 4,000. There is no time. We have to leave. Do have yourself a blessed day. My name is Samira One Life.